Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99. We've got 99 cards because Commander's number one. I am one of your hosts, Daniel. I'm joined today with everyone. I'm going to go in order. So let's go guest first. Sherman, how are you doing? Sherman's not really a guest. Sherman's always been, but Sherman, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. It's nice to be back, everyone.
Good to hear.
Been a while.
Yep. We have someone from another podcast coming to talk some spoilers today. If you read the episode, you'll know what it is. Introduce yourself. Plug away, please.
Oh, sure. Okay. My name is James. I am from a podcast called the MTG Place with Corey. And we basically talk everything Magic, from news to Popper to whatever. So, real happy to be here.
What is that word?
Popper.
Is this a joke I don't understand yet? Again, make sure that you guys go check them out. That really, really nice. I've chatted with Corey tons and tons, so it's really good to have you guys over here. We're going to be having a few of us over there and probably do some gameplay stuff back and forth. Slothy, how are you doing?
Heck yeah.
Oh, I'm doing pretty well. Long week, but excited to be talking about some Magic.
That's fair. And then Brian, of course.
I always love how you do these introductions, leaving the best for the last.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm doing amazing. I'm not looking forward to this set, but I know Slothy is, so I'm really excited to go through these cards and hopefully see this little hairy boy down there smile like it's Christmas.
I'm also not really stoked on it. Like we'll talk more, I think, on another episode just about feeling
Daniel's rant.
I'm not a giant fan of Doctor Who, and even with the Lord of the Rings was popular, but I didn't like Lord of the Rings being a Magic set. It was great. It had great cards. It finished lots of decks for me, but it just
You know what they should have put at below this Doctor Who set? Doctor Spacetime.
Spacetime. My quick rant on the Universe Beyond thing is that it's kind of hard to take it seriously when it's just like, oh, it's the 11th Doctor or whatever number Doctor. And it's like a 87-year-old man who can potentially like come into contact with like, hey, we're like an army of space marines, like 9-foot soldiers with chainsaw machine guns. It's
I guess like the thing is like, so the first one that came out was with The Walking Dead. It did still have some sort of like the fantasy feel to it because it's zombies. Zombies are in everything. We could do Space Marines with zombies, like
yeah.
But I think it's when they came out with The Walking Dead, we were at hey, let the people have fun, like people enjoy it, and I think it's the same thing. Like, yes, I'm not the biggest fan of Doctor Who, but it is what it is. But I understand it's when you're thinking of fantasy magic and like spells and stuff like that. You got this guy with his little phone booth that he's walking out of with like this little spinny thing going, infinite combos.
I'm personally just not seeing how Tea and Biscuits is lining up to Dragonfire, but maybe I'm wrong.
Hey, don't you knock Tea and Biscuits?
That's the British spirit.
But that being said, I do know that Slothy's really excited for the set. I'm sure there is like going to be cards that I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Because I didn't really keep up with these spoilers. It's been a busy month for me too, right? So,
you know what? One of the alt arts for one of the Doctors, if they made it Abed, 100%, I would buy them all.
I am with Brian. I do like the community reference to Dr. Spacetime.
Yeah, if they had the Darlac or like any of those things like crossed over with community, I would be losing my mind and laughing so hard like I am right now.
I feel like somebody will 100% proxy something like that.
You could do a Troy and Abed like pairing.
Constable Reggie.
That's funny, yeah. I like that.
You don't have it as a companion and Troy and Ahmed in the morning. Nights.
Yeah.
Night. You gotta have that nights in the end.
So yeah, we're gonna go through as many of these kind of as we can get through. They did something weird with it. It's only commander decks and then collector boxes. So
only collector boxes.
Yeah. So you can still get
whaling at the hardest.
Well, and they printed a lot of very good upgrades, right? Like really, really good upgrades. If anyone wants to jump in the first one, take it and we'll go from there. No one rush, yeah.
Sure.
I needed to press some buttons.
Sorry, what's the order we're doing this in?
just whatever, from like the top to bottom, basically.
I think it's on the rarities. Here, I'll make sure to paste that in for you.
We'll start Davros.
That would be perfect. Thank you so much.
Did you send the wrong one, Brian?
Oh, I didn't even send.
Brian's an animal. Okay, I'll take Davros, I guess. So we've got Davros Dalek Creator. It's 1 and it is Grixis. So a blue, a black, a red. 3/4 alien scientist. That's, again, pretty weird creature types that don't really fit into many things. It has Menace. At the beginning of each of your end step, you create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with Menace if the opponent lost 3 or more life this turn. I do really like the villainous choice thing, so we're going to see it a lot. This is the first one of them. Each opponent faces a villainous choice at the end step, so you draw a card or that player discards a card. So that is a pretty strong ability. Again, if each opponent faces it, you either get a triple discard or a triple draw. You're in colors for draw, like this is your typical Nekusar things in general, so you're already being annoying with your discard deck. You can go a lot of ways with this, right? It's creating tokens for burning them, so you have your group slug. Like, I could see why it's fun.
Sarabon partnered with Davros. Let's go.
Yeah. And, again, a 4-mana card that on the first end step is going to... Oh, no, sorry. You are going to have to trigger the life loss for this villainous choice, right?
Yeah.
But it has Menace, so you can get in attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So, because turn 1, 2, people are ramping. Turn 3, you might have one person or 2 people with 1 or 2 creatures, right? So you're going to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're able to get your fancy boots down like turn 2.
I mean,
you're in red too, so there's a higher chance you can have something with haste.
I mean, just think about it too. It's 4 for basically 2 3-powered creatures. Like, that's pretty good, because that's just at your end step, right?
Yeah.
Like, so that's some power, honestly.
Plus
just by itself. Plus card draw, plus Menace. Like,
you can get pretty silly with this too, right? You're in blue, so you get your normal clones like your Sakashima. Suddenly you're drawing 6 cards a turn or getting 6 discards a turn. You're generating 6 3/3 Menace whatever tokens. Dalek tokens.
Yeah. They're Daleks.
Yeah, right. Someone want to take this 4th Doctor?
Sure. Next up, we've got the 4th Doctor. 2 green and a blue for a 4/4 legendary Time Lord Doctor. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. And once each turn, you may play a historic land or cast a historic spell from the top of your library. When you do, create a food token. I'm currently working on a couple decks from Doctor Who, and this was the commander of one of them originally. I think he's so fun.
Okay.
I like playing stuff from the top of my library.
Well,
they do have the serialized cards for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course they do. Collector Booster only, of course they've got serialized.
Yeah, there's 8 versions of each of these cards.
Yeah, there's a lot. I was looking at that. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, there's
so many copies.
It says 1,168 cards, but I'm convinced there's probably 60. Just with all the versions.
Are the 4th and the 10th Doctor the more popular ones?
4th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, I think, are the most popular.
Yeah, those are the big ones. From the show, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a green player personally, so that sounds fun.
Then the next one here, we have a lot of writing on this one.
Yeah.
What is this word? Alay?
Alonzi?
It is
Alonzi.
Alonzi. I'm just going to say Fonzie. Whenever you attack, exile cards from the top of your library. This is the 10th Doctor, 3 blue, red. Legendary creature, Time Lord Doctor. So, Alonzi, whenever you attack, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. Put 3 time counters on it. We're making it into suspend deck. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend.
Yeah,
Timmy Wimmy.
I'd say probably timey-wimey, but
timey-wimey, but yes.
Timmy-wimmy.
Whatever. You can see the Canadian education system didn't really help me out here.
Hey, the American one isn't much better, trust me.
Timey-wimey. For 7 colorless, time travel 3 times, activate only as a sort. What do you mean time travel? Is there something I didn't?
It's in the reminder text.
Yeah, there's parentheses.
For each
I'm not reading that smaller one. Can one of you?
Yeah. So
for each suspended card you own and each permanent you control with a time counter on it, you may add or remove a time counter, then do it 2 more times.
I have a sincere question that's not meant to insult.
So clock spinning to the maximum, baby. That's what it sounds like to me.
This isn't supposed to insult anyone. Was Charlie Sheen the 10th Doctor?
No, that's David Tennant.
Why does it look like Charlie Sheen?
I don't know.
David Tennant got old.
The 10th Doctor has tiger blood.
Oh my God! By winning, baby.
in the serialized version, it doesn't look that, but it looks like Charlie Sheen.
It definitely does.
Maybe if he had like a bowling shirt on, I could definitely see it. I'm rewatching 2.5 Men too.
Yeah.
Men. Oh God.
Someone want to jump on the 13th Doctor here?
All right, I can do that. We have the 13th Doctor. It is 1 and Simic for a legendary creature that's a Time Lord. With Paradox. I know, right? Shocking. Paradox, whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and then it has Team TARDIS. At the beginning of your end step, untap each creature you control with a counter on it, and it's a 2/2. I can't remember if I said that.
Okay, I have to say that's kind of
all
strong.
I think of is it's like cheerleaders. Team TARDIS.
Freaking Comm Squad from high school. Love it.
The untap of all creatures is really good with your counters, right? Like
that's awesome.
The Experiment Crash is one of my favorite decks, right? Where I put counters on everything and get their activated abilities. And giving me just untap cuz is pretty silly for 3 mana.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a token player myself, so that sounds very strong.
Yeah.
Personally.
But even with
one thing that makes you Sorry, go ahead.
No, but I'm thinking like even with that, like, you know, like using it for mana dork or anything, like where if you can find a way to combine it with something that's strong, like let's say Exert, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because that forces your stuff to like stay tapped, but now you're untapping it and you don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can put like really stacks like prison-y stuff too, right? That's just gonna.
Yeah.
This is that Dean card
and everything, and
yeah, right, where it never untaps. This set as well is flush with insane reprints. Like we've got Wedding Ring in a new artwork. We have a ton of land cards. We're not going to go over the things that we all obviously know.
I should have waited
for a Wedding Ring.
I just traded for a Wedding Ring for like $25.
Oh no!
It's still going to stay high. It's too good of a card. Wedding Ring.
Yeah, it is too.
Wedding Ring's
My
pretty
thought with the Wedding Ring was to put it into my Urza deck. Just make copies for everyone.
If someone wants to take this Ace, though.
All right, Ace, Fearless Rebel. It's 3 and a green, legendary creature, human rebel. It's a 2/2. Has Nitro 9. Whenever Ace Fearless Rebel attacks, you may sacrifice an artifact. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Ace Fearless Rebel. Then it fights up to 1 target creature defending player controls, and it's Doctor's Companion.
The
Doctor's Companion's a really cool mechanic.
Yeah, the pseudo partner is nice. Like it's kind of like the choose a background in its own way, or partner with in its own way, or like the friends forever essentially.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
Pretty cool.
It's gonna enable lots of cool pairings. We have this Ace of
Starfish on him. Looks like you wearing starfish. Sorry,
I have no idea.
It's a patch, I think, but it does kind of look like it.
We have Ace's baseball bat. Ace of base. Yes. 2 mana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
2 mana legendary equipment. Equipped creature gets 3/0. As long as equipped creature is attacking, it has first strike and must be blocked by a Dalek of Abel. Equip legendary for 1 or equip for 3. Equip legendary for 1 is always a great, like I love the equip legendary. There's so many Voltron-esque commanders that care about that.
Yeah,
it's funny for anyone
sure.
that's using like a Masquid Nexus. They have to block with a creature. Sorry, your creatures are Daleks.
True. Yeah, this is introducing a lot of creature types to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's a whole bunch.
So our Dalek, Alien, Doctor, Time Lord.
Time Lord, yeah.
I love the
Lord
artwork on the next card, and I want it as a print really badly. A print or a playmat. It's so strange looking. Again, I know nothing of the series, but I know I like this.
Is it an animated pillow? Like that's
kind of what it looks like, yeah.
Sort of.
Like a marshmallow, or it's a living marshmallow when you go to make a s'more, it just screams on the fire.
It's just the Stay Puft Man.
Yeah, it's the Stay Puft Man's little like son or something.
Yeah. It's the Stay Puft Boy. We have Adipose Offspring, 3 and a white. It's an alien 2/2. It has Emerge. You can cast it by sacking a creature and paying the Emerge cost reduced by the mana value, which is nice. You can get a free cast on this. When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white alien token, so great blink. And if its Emerge cost was paid, instead create X of those, where X is the stack creature's toughness. This is actually a pretty cool card.
Yeah, that's nice.
Just the ability to blink it in and out is cool, like for token generation ETB. But
yep,
I really like that ability to just throw away like something big, like throw away a Ulamog and be like, I'm going to make X giant, like a 11/11 or 11 2/2s.
Yeah,
shuffle Ulamog in.
Yeah,
I have my Elish Norn out on this field too.
Oh, that would suck.
That would be unfortunate.
I do love a good enter the battlefield. I should put it in the Elish Norn deck. It is a good one.
Yeah,
and Elish Norn does have
exactly
really
where
big
I'm thinking of
toughness.
putting it.
Yeah.
She's a 4/7, I'm pretty sure.
Elish Norn.
Yeah, she's big.
I sacrificed the Norn?
Someone want to take Adric, another Doctor's Companion here.
Sure. Yeah, we got Adric, Mathematical Genius. 1 and a blue for a 1/1 legendary creature, Human Artificer. 2 and a blue and tap it to copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Then it has Ultimate Sacrifice. For 1 and a blue, you can sacrifice Adric to counter target activated or triggered ability. And it has Doctor's Companion.
Ooh, okay. So you stifle.
Your Thoracle will not go off.
It's very playable, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So dead on sight is all I'm hearing.
Yeah, this is very much dead on sight. Thankfully, it's only a 1/1.
Both of them are really good abilities, and the fact that, generally speaking, a card that functions so well like this, you'd want to see a tap on that second ability, right? Where this you can still at will copy your own activated abilities and then just have a stifle stapled on the board in the command zone.
That's cute.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I was looking at this one. I really
card.
I think the next one would be kind of fun to build. Again, the problem is the artwork. A lot of things that I like with Magic is the artwork. And again, I'm wrong on a lot of things, but I think the artwork's horrendous in this set. It's just not my personal Magic the Gathering vibe. There's lots of people who will love it. I am not one of those.
It's not your
people.
cup of tea.
Yeah, thank you, Sherman.
Not your style.
But the effect is very cool. So if somebody wants to take this new Bant Soldier,
I'll take the card after it because I think the art's funny.
I'll take it. So we have Alistair the Brigadier, which is 1 and Bant, which is green, white, and blue, for a legendary creature that's a human soldier. It's a 3/3. Whenever you cast a historic spell, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. And then it has whenever Alistair attacks, you may pay 8 colorless. If you do, creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of historic permanents you control.
So it's like a Crater Hook.
Legendary?
Yeah.
I really like all the historic stuff in this set.
Yeah, historic is
Artifact?
artifact, legendary, and sagas.
Yes.
Okay.
So this would work great with Tom Bombadil is what I'm hearing if you want to mix stuff together.
Yeah, it would be good.
Absolutely.
There you go, Sherman.
An 8 mana overrun just hanging out is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Like you can do a lot, and the fact that it's a token generator, so even if you're only, you could fill this whole deck nothing but mana rocks, just all mana rocks. They're all triggering. They're all gonna create you soldier tokens, and then I go to attack. All I have is mana rocks. I tap my 8 mana rocks, and then everything. These are 9/9 soldiers coming out. It's a really easy deck to build around. I think in the most lazy way.
That's how I built my
Yeah.
Alila deck.
Yeah, fair.
This is the one you
So
want
this,
to bring?
this next one, I think the art's hilarious because my first question is like people are running away from the dinosaurs, but the poor people in the balloons would be what I'm terrified for.
Oh, there's Daleks and the balloons. They're on the side of the dinosaurs. They're just coming for you.
The robots and the dinosaurs are together? What is this show?
Oh yeah, it's incredible.
This is the new Jurassic Park TV show.
Yeah, it's the Jurassic Park you always wanted, but never got.
No, we definitely got it with Camp Cretaceous. We got the little robot dogs. With
That's true. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Am I having a
I
stroke?
enjoy-
What are you talking about?
Okay, back to Magic. So we got all of history all at once. 2 and 2 blue. You time travel and then you storm.
That's a pretty good storm.
So
Yeah,
they're actually robots parachuting in. Don't have
Yeah.
like okay. So I was like, I'm pretty sure they're balloons,
I
but
think
I'll
the
take
robots with balloons.
Yeah, the robots are in the balloons, Brian.
All right, I'll allow it. It checks out.
it's like a Hindenburg, okay?
Oh, the humanity!
Except it doesn't explode. Well, maybe it does. I don't
That would have actually been really good. A really all history all at once, having a disaster, but showing the success and the disaster.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be real. That's cool.
Like having the
Definitely.
2 different outcomes or all the potential different outcomes. I think like trying to work that in would have been
Mhm.
really another really cool way of doing it.
That would be a cool split card if you do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
oh,
an
for
alt
sure.
art
You
That'd
know,
be
so like
wicked.
if you have the Hindenburg, like you have like when it's first taking off as one side, and then like it, unfortunately blows up on the second side. So
That would be a
That'd be
wicked, that'd be a wicked playmat.
That'd be really. Oh yeah, it would.
Just
That'd be
random
awesome.
historical events, the before and after. Yeah. I like that one. The next one too, this Amy Pond, I really like. I love partner with the ability to go tutor them when you play them is pretty cool. Amy Pond is 2 and a red for a 2/2 human with partner with Rory Williams, so you can go tutor that out of the deck when you play it, or have it in the command zone. Whenever Amy Pond deals combat damage to a player, you choose a suspend card you own, remove that many time counters, which is wicked. Suspend is a very good mechanic.
Yes.
And then
yes,
Doctor's
it is.
Companion. So you can choose another color pairing with it. You can choose this whatever Rory Williams is when we get to it. There's a lot of cool things. A 5-color Doctor deck could be pretty interesting based on the cards in this.
You could partner it with somebody not Rory, and then basically have 3 commanders.
Yeah, because then you go tutor Rory, exactly. Whatever this
I'm
Rory does.
I'm thinking like it's all this suspend stuff. Like this would go so well with like Jorah or something like that.
Every time.
Oh my god!
I see time travel and I'm just like, I could what with the Titans?
I don't like the sounds of
Jorah's getting so much fuel. I hate it.
Well, and that's like I love suspend Jorah because you just what CMC, like what curve?
Yeah, I'm just gonna play what I feel like.
Pay 2, and we get to it
And
when we get to it.
It will play when it wants to.
Aluando from Baldur's Gate is the same way as well, where you just you draw, you discard, or you draw, you put something in exile. Yeah, again, the ability to, the fact that these are all in blue, which is already your clock spinning colors, is concerning.
Scary, yes, very very scary.
I'll take the next one because it seems boring as well too, and then I'll let people get into good ones. It's 1 double blue for a saga. It's an unearthly child. All 3 of it are the same. Reveal cards like the first, second, and third chapter. Reveal cards from the top until you get a doctor, or a doctor's companion, or a vehicle. Put them into your hand. Put it in your hand. The rest in the bottom random order. Also very playable for tutoring for vehicles.
Solid. Yeah.
Sherman card for sure.
It's a great card, but at the same time, personally, it feels boring.
Right? Because it's the
like
same.
all three saga or all three steps are the same thing.
Kind of a boring saga. That's like a musical with the same 3 songs.
Yeah.
Don't get me
It's
wrong.
like,
I like some musical songs,
but they gotta change a little bit, right?
Yeah. We
Can you
have
imagine going to a concert and the band just plays the same song throughout the evening?
Ladies and gentlemen, Enter
That's
Sandman
what,
one more time.
That's what it's like going to an AC/DC concert. What do you mean?
You're not wrong.
I mean, it is basically all the same. Let's be real. That's most hair metal, honestly. But
Honestly, yeah.
You take it back. You all take it back.
I love it, to be fair, but it is very samey.
That's me. I like to call this every power metal song in the world. Dragons.
Yeah.
So we have As Foretold as a reprint, which is great as well.
Yep, always good to see that.
And then, okay, I'll let someone go into these ones.
All right, I'll take this one. Ashad, the Lone Cyberman. It's 1 in Grixis for a Cyberman. So it's a 3/3. The first non-legendary artifact spell you cast each turn has Casualty 2. Okay. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Ashad, the Lone Cyberman. So for just a reminder, Casualty 2, as you cast it, you may sacrifice a creature with power 2 or greater. When you do, copy it. And a copy of an artifact spell becomes a token.
Sherman's definitely 100% building this. That
I don't
definitely
know what you're talking about.
this definitely sounds like something Sherman plays.
That's a really good ability. Just there's a lot of artifacts I would love to have another of.
Yeah. Why not have more than one, right?
Howling Mine.
Oh God, yeah.
But the thing is, like, I would probably just steal stuff from people.
Oh,
honestly,
you know what? You're not even wrong on that. Like, you're in the gain control of target creature.
Yeah,
that's annoying. That's funny.
Yep. Oh yeah, really good.
Like blue red is perfect for that. Black, you have all the sacrifice like aristocrat stuff, so it's like it's a pretty strong commander in my opinion.
Do you know?
100%.
Let me 1 second. I have to see. I'm pretty sure this isn't legendary, and it's gonna hurt my soul.
What is?
They've come out with a lot of really good.
It's not legendary. The fact that you're gonna take one of my creatures with like Act of Vengeance or something, and then you're gonna sacrifice it to cast a Vidalcan Shackles, and then get a second Vidalcan Shackles. You turn my commander into a second set of Vidalcan Shackles. Hands on sight. It's like that's
fantastic.
That's brutal.
Vidalcan, yeah. There's no color for it. It's just you pay 2, you gain control. That's mean. That's really, really. I like it as a theft deck. That would be, to be honest, super, super annoying to play against, but super funny. It'd be creative.
This is coming from a guy that in the last 6 months I've seen him take over like 3 people's turns.
No idea what you're talking about. Brian, I helped us get a win.
3 people's turns, 7 people's soul rings.
No, I could never.
Oh man,
you could. Yeah.
This is a really, really funny. I like that. I would actually love to see Sherman's like build on that because I know it'd be fun, and I know it would hurt me. I know it would hurt my soul. Hey, that's a nice.
I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now, if I did that, if I built it, I would throw in Armageddon Clock.
Oh God,
I like this.
Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat. Just like, okay, you can take away 1 counter from one of them, but there's 6 of them. Have fun.
Good luck.
Who hurt you? Who did this?
And then I would make them all into creatures, and I'd give them like Daniel. I would literally do that. That's what I would do.
Oh my God.
This budget-looking Iron Man commander does look wicked.
Yes, he does.
Wasn't Ashad a clone at one point?
You're asking the wrong people, Slothy.
Yeah,
maybe they might know. I have no idea.
I've not watched enough of the show. I watched some of it, but not enough.
We need a resident expert. We got to call Lotus.
Let's see.
What I wanted to say was like I thought that so far they've come out with a lot of good 4-drop commanders that open up color pies. a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So far, the commander options have been nice. I'll admit.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, lots of okay.
I would find
Makes
this an
sense.
entertaining theft deck, right? Like at least you're doing something fun with it. You're not permanently keeping my stuff. It's dying, sure, but then again, like I said, my commander turns into Vidalca's Shackles. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Let me add that to the deck list here. Hang on.
He's already started.
Yeah, the stores you pull in your list, it just says here, hurt Daniel.
I feel like ogres would totally get it.
They would for sure get it. They would pull that list priority. They would pull it first thing in the morning. It might get pulled 3 times.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we have Astrid as well. I really like any of these, like the white food generating commanders. We have Astrid Peth, 1 and a white for a 2/2 human. When it enters or attacks create a food, that's great for my style of food play. And then it has Brand New Sky. Whenever you sack a clue or food, Astrid Peth explores. I really, really like that.
That's really good. Yeah.
I don't like this for your food deck.
Yeah, my illegal pairing of Rosie and Meridoc really loves every part of this.
That deck is so fun.
These are before we go to the next card, my big problem with this set is how good all of these cards are. There's a lot of here's the problem. You can sit out whatever Magic set you want, right? But like if I say I don't want the Doctor Who cards, I'm not a fan of the artwork, whatever it is, it doesn't change that a lot of these are just insane upgrades to multiple decks that I have. They're so good. Like everyone has seen like Everybody Lives. When we get to it, we'll talk about it. But like this Auden Soldier, like the next one, it's just for any clone themed deck or anyone who cares about the just someone read it, please. Someone.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Auden Soldier. It is 4 blue for an artifact creature that's an alien soldier. It comes in as a 0/0. You may have Auden Soldier enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it isn't legendary. Is in an artifact in addition to its other types, and has Myriad. So for Myriad is whenever it attacks each opponent other than defending player, you may put a token that's a copy of this creature's onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking that player or a planeswalker they control, and then exile at the end of the tokens at the end of combat. That's a lot.
Getting Myriad on a legendary is usually so good because you'll still get their triggers, right? But this is just like this giant thing behind me, Miram, right? I make this come in as a Miram. Okay, we're good there. Miram's already going to trigger it, so I'm going to get 2 Mirams. And then when I swing, I have Myriad of Mirams.
So imagine like having like a copy of Ulamog or something like that.
Oh yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's just a better Sakashima at this point in time.
Even you could put this into your straight out into your Sliver deck, right? And then get your this comes in as a Sliver Legion, which isn't legendary, and then when I attack, I get 3 more Sliver Legions. Or 2 more Sliver Legions.
I'm going to the shop after this.
Yeah, I only have 4 Sliver Legions now.
Just 4. Just 4.
The other thing too is that you exile the tokens, right? But that makes them like perfect like fodder for anything like a Protean Hulk, right? If you have anything that's just like sacrificing, you don't want to get rid of your main Protean Hulk, or you're a degenerate who wants to for some reason trigger 2 Protean Hulks a turn, Slothy. But you know what I mean? Like
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just really good. Like as a clone card, this is one of the greats.
This is also really good with things like, and it fits in with like a shot as well. But things like Obeka or
your
Sundial of the Infinite, the end of the turn effects, because then you get a bunch of non-legendary Sliver Legions and just get to keep them.
It's not even creatures you control as well, which is my problem with it. It's anyone's creature.
Yeah.
Brian has an Acroma. I have 3.
Oops.
No.
Right? Like, so again, there's a lot of cards in this set that are just phenomenal upgrades, like the dinosaur one as well. We'll get to when we get to it, if we get to it.
Yeah. I have, or you have an Elishnorn. I have 3. That's pretty good.
Bro,
do you know how brutal?
+6, and you guys get -6.
Yeah, do you know how brutal a -6/-6 myriad is?
That's just horrible.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that, Elishnorn.
Yeah, getting your mother a machines, Elishnorn. Yeah, that'd be
or the other one. Yeah, even better.
I get what 3 6 ETB?
Extra triggers.
Yeah, right. Like it's this is just a really, really good card. There's nothing else to say on it. That this at rarity, again, it's not boxes of it, so maybe the rarity will be difficult to come by, but it's pretty strong.
Also, most of these are just in the precons.
Yeah, that's true.
The thing is, we just have to wait for the people across the pond from us to open up more.
It's like they're really good cards, a lot of them. All right, someone take this Barbara Wright.
I will take Barbara. She is 1 and a white for a 1/3 legendary human advisor. She is a history teacher. Sagas you control have read ahead, and she has Doctor's Companion.
I mean, she had a book.
An alt art of this with black and white, I think, would have made this nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that'd be a nice portrait.
Mm-hmm.
This aura
seems like an interesting card. Like I would throw this in Tom Bombadil for sure.
Yeah, it goes great with that.
Yeah,
anything that has to do with sagas.
Yeah, because like with Tom, like once you finish a saga, you're fishing for a new one, right? So with read ahead, you can cast one, just read ahead to the end, and just get another one right off the bat.
Yeah, if you've got like
you can also
garbage one in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Just read ahead.
You can just get all of the big effects. That's scary.
Yeah. Oh, that's gross. Especially with some of them. Holy crap.
Yeah, get Smaug immediately.
Yeah, it's like, oh, dragon. That's good for however much that costs, but it's not that much from what I remember.
So with your Smaug, I play Become the Pilot. I am the Master Dao.
I am glad this says enchant non-commander because this would just take every Voltron commander.
Oh, that'd be so bad.
And it's unblockable.
Yeah. Take it away, Brian.
So Become the Pilot, 3 and 2 blue. Enchantment Aura. Enchants non-commander creature. You control enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can't be blocked except if it's attacking its owner or a permanent its owner controls. Amazing.
I hate it.
The artwork's terrifying, though.
Yeah, it is terrifying. Yeah.
But at the same time, I think cards like this are really interesting because they're putting limitations, saying like, okay, chances are it will come after me and not against this other person.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's more politics. Like this is more political, I think, in many ways.
Mm-hmm. Like, hey Dan, I'll give you my Ulamog if you can take out Brian with it.
Yes, we love table politics and Commander.
I hate this politics.
Always taking out Brian first.
I can't take the next card seriously.
But you know what? I'll at least accept being the first one out because clearly I got the right brain to be the threat.
There you go.
It's usually me too.
You were the threat all weekend in Calgary.
Yeah.
I got the next card here. It's Betsy, the Doctor's Roadster. 2 for a legendary artifact vehicle. It's a 3/4. It has haste, which is always nice. Whenever Betsy attacks, another target legendary creature cannot be blocked this turn and has crew 2.
Bessie.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Old Bessie.
I like seeing vehicles. This vehicle is pretty strong, I will say. I like seeing the haste as well, but it's such a silly card.
It is pretty silly.
Please, I'm going to attack you with my convertible.
Can you imagine like if like somehow they partner with like Disney and then you have like bed knobs and broomsticks, the stupid bed as a vehicle?
Or
like,
it's just
what
like
I'm thinking when I see this.
My magic carpet.
Cars.
Again,
it's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang from like the old movie. Just
Exactly.
flying.
The fact that Magic has paired up with like so many Universe Beyond things, it does mean that I can, without being silly or mean, I can be like, I roll into combat. Optimist Prime attacks Brian. Bessie makes it unblockable. Brian must be stopped no matter the cost.
Imagine, God,
Optimus
You got
Prime
10
is
years ago,
convertible
people are
car.
like, what is this?
You've got the touch starts playing in the background. Love that.
Next
movie.
year, we're going to get Liberty Prime as well, so that's another vehicle.
There you go. The next one, actually, I do really like a lot, especially with this the pseudo pairing, so you can change its color up. The Bill Potts, 3 and a red for a 2/4 human. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery that targets only Bill Potts, or activate an ability that targets only Bill Potts, copy that spell or ability. You can choose new targets for the copy. Triggers only once a turn is kind of rough, but I really, really like that for any of the... Like, you pair this with a green commander, green doctor, and you throw a berserk and then berserk twice.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Yeah.
What's it called? It would have been good in the Howling Abomination.
Yeah, a really, really good one, yeah.
I just know that this is a card that Sherman would abuse if it did not have the staple only activate once per turn.
Well, again, only once.
They had
Go ahead.
Sorry?
I was going to say blinking it in and out, even if you pair it in like an is it pairing, right? Only once per turn only really matters if you're...
How many times it came in?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the once per turn just throws a wrench in where you have to find a way to like you said, blink it or get around it, right? Or you just do stuff on everyone else's turns.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hi. Plus, like if you're pairing it in blue, like you don't care. Most of the time you have flash anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
What's Flash again?
Yeah, Brian doesn't know how to play with Flash.
I've been getting a lot better.
There you go.
I don't understand this new Blasphemous Act art. Like, is that a bomb going off in the middle?
I think so.
I'm going off in a city or something like that.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
I had to make
I don't know
them
what it's
pay for-
referencing because I don't know the show well enough.
I have a terrible comment. I'm like, keep it to myself.
The flavor text is, I had to make them pay for what I discovered. They lied to us, the founding fathers of Gallifrey. Well, everything we were told was a lie. I'm probably butchering every one of these names.
Yeah, I don't know them. I know some of them, but I think these are ones I don't know.
Please, Slothy, what's Gallifrey? Or is that even the proper pronunciation?
I think it's a planet or something.
It is a planet, yeah.
Okay, I was right, yes.
That is, that's,
Is the master the bad guy? Is this what I'm gathering?
the master's the bad guy.
Okay.
But he's the master. Why would he be bad?
He's the master of evil.
Oh, okay.
Power.
Oh, so they cut off the evil part so you don't know. I get it now.
It's a secret.
It's a secret master. Ooh.
Ooh, secret.
He only comes out when I'm blindfolded.
Well, how often are you blindfolded, Brian?
You'd be shocked. Let me tell you, Slothy.
Yeah,
if you have to ask, you don't want to know. We have Blink, which is a really cool saga. A blue and a black. Choose target creature. Its owner shuffles it into their library, then investigates. That's so annoying, so very annoying. But it's also really funny if you can control someone's decision, or you can, like Sherman said with the theft deck, you take my commander, and then you shuffle if you're controlling me. I don't like that. Mindslaver me.
Yeah, always fun.
Yeah. The first two are that tuck, which is rough, and then it has 4 and 5, or 3 and 4, sorry, where you create a 2/2 black alien artifact with vigilance and first strike, and whenever an opponent casts a creature, it's not a creature until end of turn.
Quick correction here. This saga is
it's
actually really weird.
Yeah,
This
it's back
is
and forth.
Interesting. It goes between the two
yeah,
modes.
back and forth. 1, 3, 2, 4.
Yeah.
Shuffle, token, shuffle, token.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a weird saga.
That is odd.
Mhm.
They're watching 2.5 Men on the middle TV. It's interesting. I really like it.
I do like this saga though.
It is
I
really
like
cool
the
saga.
I like the TV art look to it. I really enjoy that actually.
Yeah.
It's
It
so cool.
reminds me of the Rick and Morty universe, or like the interdimensional television that they watch.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh!
The land, I don't know if these lands are going to be in the like in the collector boosters, but if they are, this is a phenomenal reprint cycle of like all these lands are wicked. Like the Canopy Vistas, the Canyon Sloughs, like your cycling duels.
I don't even think I've seen the Canyon Sloughs.
Yeah, just the cycling duels are pretty great. There's a Carpet of Flowers reprint, which is I don't know why they would do that. That's pretty rough. Yeah,
Well, all of these decks have or islands in them. Of course, they're going to reprint it.
My big problem with the Commander Legends decks were that they were expensive, but their land bases suck. And then I see these. We've got tap duels. We've got check duels like Canopy Vista entering unless it's 2 or more basics. We've got our man lands like Celestial Colonnades. These are
literally the best man land ever made. Hello,
with
less
really
lands
good artwork
and better lands.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Yeah, like it's a really cool one. We have like Chaos War, Choke Estuary.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Like this
Choke Estuary, Cinderglade.
Beam me up, Scotty. Like,
yeah,
yeah. Like these are really really good lands. The
that Cinderglade looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. It looks so good.
These are better artwork than most of the lands that exist. Like I said, this Celestial Colonnade is the best artwork that exists.
That is so 100%. Good. Like the other one is literally just like a freaking like monolith or whatever the heck it is. It's like whatever, This is cool.
Yeah. The Choked Estuary is pretty cool. I like that.
I'm just reading this saga. What is this?
Oh, the City of Death.
Take it away. I got it on the screen now. Woo!
I got City of Death, 2 in a green. Okay, it has 6 chapters. All right. So the first one is create a treasure token, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 has create a token that's a copy of target non-saga token you control.
That's really good.
That
sounds like Yenna's really going to get a little bit of a buff.
5 turns of making token copies.
Copy pretty much whatever you want as long as it's a token.
Yeah.
At its worst, this is 6 turns of straight ramp.
Yeah.
100%.
At its worst, at its like floor, it's 6 turns of ramp.
Which that by itself is really good.
I like ramp.
Yeah.
See,
ramp.
This is why I keep on telling people that they should play more things like Leyline of Singularity.
Yeah,
where everything's
legendary.
Everything's legendary. So like you shut down token strategies, especially treasures, because everyone can only have one.
Wait a minute, I want to. Can I go back on letting Sherman come back here, guys? Like he's already coming out attacking me here.
that at a 3-drop is just a phenomenal card for any token deck. There's not a token deck that exists that wouldn't want to A, make a treasure token already, and then B, to just copy whatever you want every turn for multiple turns. It's rough.
This one card, speaking to me and Dan, we love our tokens.
Right?
Me too, man. Me too.
Well, Brian,
that's pretty much what my decks are.
Think about this first off. Again, you play Yenna. This enters. We make a copy of it. We've got 5 mana and Yenna on the battlefield. We play City of Death. We make a treasure token. So now for 5 mana, we've made 2 treasure tokens. And then for the next endless turns, we're just going to keep copying City of Death, and it's going to double every turn.
Yep.
Create a token, create a token, create. It's like the 3 blind mice thing all over again, but with treasure tokens.
Oh, yeah. That was...
How am I the problem? How am I the problem?
Right. It's really, really good in a lot of these things. And again, Calyx, the new Calyx is a great one. As Calyx hits, you make a copy of this, and then just endlessly make copies of this. Anything that can copy City of Death one time will just make you endless City of Death things.
Mm-hmm.
Unless someone has a late line of Singularity, which they should. It's the 3 blind mice.
Sherman is truly our savior.
Yeah.
Harsh justice.
The 3 blind mice card right now. What I do?
Never mind.
I've been playing a ton of Arena. I literally just sit once I get that thing going. I just sit until people quit. I don't attack. I just double it every turn. Make all the mice that I can. I usually end up with like 50 or 60, and I just keep passing and doing nothing else. And then they concede, and I smile. That's
disgusting.
You have to go into a game with a game plan, Brian, and the game plan is 3 blind mice.
You gotta believe me.
We'll move on here. We've got this Clara Oswald, 6 mana for a 2/6 human advisor, way too high of cost. If Clara is in your, if it's your commander, you choose a color before it starts. It's the chosen color. If a trigger ability, you have a doctor you control triggers. It triggers an additional time, and it's Doctor's Companion. And again, maybe there's some great
Dr. Norn.
Again, maybe there's some great doctors, but it's just, I don't know. It to me seems like a really high cost for
it's for
the Piper, Prismatic Piper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
The next one's pretty cool. Is Confession Dial.
Sure, yeah. Confession Dial, it costs 3 for an artifact. When Confession Dial enters the battlefield, surveil 3, and then you can tap it. Target legendary creature card in your graveyard gains escape until end of turn. The escape cost is equal to its mana cost plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. And then you may cast it from your graveyard for its escape cost this turn.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's interesting.
What would have been kind of neat is if they kind of played off the actual name of the card. So Confession Dial. If you could do like top deck manipulation. So if it was like, if you confess and tell the card that's on top, put it into play or something like that. I think that could have been cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like a more chaosy kind of thing.
Yeah. Like
Shuffle your library shuffle your library, reel a top card. If you can guess the name.
Yeah.
Put it in. The next
So
one.
I'm just saying a confession. Like I feel like you need to be telling me something.
Confession. This is going to hurt. That's Ulamog.
There you go.
The next one's a really cool wipe as well. This Coward Killer. Target creature can't block and becomes a coward for 2 mana with time travel. Cool. The opposite side is a 4 mana, like, hurt my Scoot Swarms card. Killer deals 3 damage to target creature and each creature that shares a type with it. That's a rough
go.
one.
I like the type.
There it goes. I also do not like that.
That hurts.
I like the type part because there's the other one. I think it's Exile. But they have to share the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Legion's Ending.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
The next one that we do have is Kraken Time. So 3 and a white. So it's an enchantment with Vanishing 3. When Kraken Time enters the battlefield and at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, exile to target creature and opponent controls until Kraken Time leaves the battlefield. Interesting.
Yes.
Well, it's again Elish Norn bait for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Then it's Vanishing 6. Then it's a double exile on enter, and then an every turn exile for 6 turns. That's a gross card.
It's disgusting.
Especially anything like a Solemnity where it just can't enter. Oh no, Solemnity would do the opposite because you sack it when there's no counters. All right, Solemnity's good. So we like Solemnity here.
So it just proliferated instead. I get an Atraxa.
Oh, I forget that Atraxa has white.
Yeah, it sure does.
It's not red.
I'm sorry
Could you imagine if it did?
Oh, God.
I was so excited when we were doing the what's it called? Oh, look at this! It has red in it. And there's Norn. That's not Norn. It's Atraxa.
I'm sorry. I just reading this title just makes me think of Ratchet and Clank.
Which one? The Kraken Time?
Yeah, because that's one of the titles.
Mm-hmm.
As honestly the best one in my opinion. So yeah, I just like, oh, that's funny.
I have to say this creeping tar pit reminds me of like Star Wars when they're down in the
my God,
compactor.
Yeah.
C-3PO, turn it off.
Turn off all the compactors on the blah 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 level, the Death Star, whatever it is.
Level.
Yeah.
On the detention level.
This next one we've got is Crisis of Conscience. 4 double white, it's a sorcery. You can choose one to throw all tokens or all non-land, non-token permanents.
I like this one.
That's pretty good.
This is
I like
really
this
solid.
It's a rough one.
I need this for my deck. For my decks.
That's a
I
good
don't
option.
think we should have thrown Sherman this.
Ooh, I like
it's
that
like a better version of Perplexing Text, because Perplexing Text was 3 blue, and it would return either, you had to choose one, either return all token,
Yeah, all token or non-token, right?
Or non-tokens, right? So this is just a better version of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. And can be a game ender if you're a token player, right? Like you can just be like, I destroy everything non-token, and now what's up? Oh, you've been pillow forting? That's cool.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
I can now caress you.
Now I'm going to attack you with all my 4/4 flying angels, or all of my elves, or all my whatever sapperlings. Yeah, this is really good.
Just my orcs. My orcs want to.
Yeah, you're a masked orcs that you have going on.
Right. Slothy, do you want to take the salt and pepper shakers?
Absolutely, I would love to. Got Cult of Scarrow. 1 blue, black, red for legendary artifact creature Dalek, 4/4. When Cult of Scarrow attacks, choose one at random. They put a +1/+1 counter on each artifact creature you control. Con, draw 2 cards. Sect. Create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with menace. Or just. Each opponent loses 4 life.
Those are all great abilities.
Absolutely.
I think for that.
None of them are bad.
I think you read some of these wrong.
Probably it's really small.
The sec one was create a 3/3 black Blorgon artifact creature token.
Oh, never mind.
This is one that I would just
see. Hearing you talk about community is exactly how you described hearing people talk about Doctor Who, because I have not seen it.
That's fair.
I have next to no clue what you're talking about.
It's literally just them making fun of, not making fun of, paying homage to either or the Doctor.
Yeah,
Doctor Who. They just
I gathered that much.
Yeah.
Doctor Space Time.
I would go really heavy into clones in this deck, because triggering this a lot. Like, this is, every one of these is good. There's no doubt. There's one of them should be destroy all of your salt and pepper shakers, right? Like, this is a really really good card.
It's busted, man.
A 12 life drain,
and this
a token generate, a draw 2, or a Cather's Crusade style anthem.
And this one's in the Davros precon as well. So every single one of those helps trigger Davros as well.
Oh yeah, that's the Villainous Choice one. I might pick the Villainous Choice one up. It seems fun, and I like to be annoying.
Well, we
certainly do.
There's also this Cursed Mirror reprint, great, but this one is one of the ones that I hate. I hate every part of this card. I want so many, but if someone does it to me, hurtful. Cyber Conversion, Isochron Sceptrable, double blue, instant. You just turn target creature face down and becomes a 2/2 Cyberman. That's so annoying.
No. Bye-bye, Commander.
Amazing.
Really cool in a Kadena deck where you want to keep remorphing things, but anything that makes it so my commander can't go to the zone. Sure, the commander attacks, it hurts. But face down.
That sucks. It's just gone. There's no way to get it back.
Yeah, two mana.
For 2 mana.
Blue.
Yeah, unless you blink it or you manage to kill it off, but then you have to, find a way to get it out of the graveyard if you can.
Yeah.
So that's brutal.
It's again,
when it dies, you wouldn't be able to. Oh yeah, never mind.
Again, nearly no reason to not run that in blue. It's not a hard cost to get, and it's one of the better pieces of removal I have ever seen in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a really good removal card.
Oh, buddy, this next artifact going into Urza.
100%.
Was this the one that you're trying to find for me?
Nope, but there's lots of them. This is one of them. Again, a strict upgrade. Please take it away.
So let me get a. So we got Cybermen Squadron, 7 colorless. Non-legendary artifact creatures you control have Myriad, and it's a 5/5.
Not again.
That's a crazy ability.
It's so good.
I
At
pay
least it's
6.
a 7 cost.
I pay 6, and I have 2 copies of it now.
Am I not am I wrong? But do vehicles not become artifact creatures when you accrue them?
They do.
That is correct.
So now you just have your myriad of vehicles.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're Ty Lopezing. Welcome here in my garage with your 8 Lamborghinis coming at me. It's the Cyber Squadron's Squadron is just a really good card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's busted. It's that's gross.
The next
like,
one,
sure. Yeah, this is something too.
This gross vehicle, Sherman. You're the vehicle guy. You're our resident vehicle man.
Cyber Ship, 6 cost. Artifact vehicle flying. It's an 8/8. Whenever Cyber Ship deals combat damage to a player, put the top 2 cards of that player's library onto the battlefield face down under your control. They're 2/2 Cybermen artifact creatures, and it's a crew 4. This is insane.
Dear Lord.
That
is
insane.
Disgusting.
That's
and it's crew
rough.
4 only? That's not even that much.
No, it's not much.
That's not much at all. That's 1 creature most usually.
Like, for something like this,
Oh, God.
normally it's on the ground, but the fact that it has evasion, it has flying, it makes it really, really strong, in my opinion.
Well, let's just say that you're just straight out just playing a normal, get 1 mana extra every turn. You drop Cyber Ship, the next turn you Cyberman Squadron, and use it to crew Cyber Ship. Now you have 16 damage coming at opponents, and you're gonna wreck 6 of their cards. Like that's again for crewing 4. Wrecking 6 cards is wrecking 2 of the top cards is brutal. Like just
that's awful.
What's even crazier is if you put this in something like Sakashima, or what? Not Sakashima. Shotokai, the one with that creates pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like the pilots crew 2, not even though they have 1 power. So all you need is 2 pilots.
Yeah.
Both of these cards are strict like upgrades into a Shotokai deck, and Shotokai is so popular right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, so prepare to see this. Gross.
I think it's great, but at the same time, it is gross.
I'm going to hate to see it, because, yeah.
Who wants to take this Blorgon drone?
You mean Dalek drone? Nice
Yes.
try.
So we got the Dalek drone, 3 and 2 black. Artifact creature Dalek, flying Menache. And exterminate. When Dalek drone enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and opponent controls. That player loses 3 life.
Yeah,
that's not bad,
Elevate.
actually. That's pretty good.
Elevate.
It's a 3/3.
I am really liking how most of these Daleks that we've seen deal like 3 damage, because that'll trigger Davros.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's as if they're meant to go together.
It's as if they actually tried.
The Davros one does look so far good. We haven't really got through many of the other ones, but Davros looks like a blast to play.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, though, I was reading ahead a little bit, and I want Sherman to take it because this is like something Sherman recently did in a game.
Dan Lewis is a 1 in a red legendary creature human. Let's see what it does here. Non-creature, non-equipment artifacts you control are equipment. In addition to its other types and have equipped creatures get +1/+0 and equip 1. Oh, that's the problem. Equip 1. That's the problem there. But anyway,
That is a problem, all right.
it's a Doctor's Companion. It is a 2/2. That is stupid.
Yeah, because that was
Anytime they have something like that. Like
your
non-creature,
haste deck.
non-equipment
I remember
artifacts.
when you threw all of your tokens, your treasures into, hey, what's up? Now they're artifacts with that bludgeoning.
Yeah.
It hurt.
Yeah, it's just each one does 1 damage to you.
Oh, that was good.
That's excellent.
Like, it's nice to see that they did do equip 1, because when you had like all the treasures and food and all that stuff go on as equip 0, that makes a huge difference on some cards. So having an equip 1 does make a difference.
Even in Jaheira, my whole Jaheira deck is about making like treasures and then turning those treasures into things that, like, I tap the treasure for mana, I fling them with Jaheira. So this also just like gives me like Mega Voltron Jaheira. Jaheira Zord. Right? The next one again is just a pure upgrade in so many decks. Like, someone want to take this Danny Pink?
Sure thing. We got Danny Pink, who is 3 and a blue for a legendary creature, Human Soldier Advisor. He's a 4/3. And then he has Mentor. So that's whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. And then he also has creatures you control have whenever one or more counters are put on this creature for the first time each turn, draw a card. That's gross.
That's so strong.
That's an
That's
insane
disgusting.
ability.
That's
That
so
would
strong.
go
That's
so
crazy.
well in Brago.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine
hello,
that with-
Brago. Oh,
Yeah.
Brago,
Ew.
Atraxa,
Ew.
anything that's like Experiment Crash. Every time I put a counter on anything, I draw a card. Any Cather's Crusade effect.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
have 16 creatures out. I
Draw
get 16 card draws.
Say what's up, what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Seems
So it's
quite
a
good.
must. It's not a may, right? So you have to be careful
Yeah.
because you might draw out.
Yeah, that is
yeah,
true.
you can deck yourself if you're not
Yeah.
careful.
Mhm.
Though in
But
Commander,
that's
that's
still really strong.
harder
Though.
to do. But yeah, that's
There's a lot of decks that is just again, there's at that slot, there's nearly nothing better.
no. It's cost 4. That's great.
I
Really
would
good.
like, and it's in blue, so like you're going to see a lot of like Lab Maniac and Thassa's Oracle decks built around this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just
Oh,
to
for
help you
sure.
draw, yeah.
you're just gonna
That's
go
just
through.
Crazy.
I mean, and that's the thing about a blue deck is like you don't really care if you're gonna deck yourself because you're gonna find your win con and just win. So it's just like whatever.
I play a lot of decks like Tanazir, stuff like that, where I want 1/1 counters on creatures just passively. And yeah, it's such a powerful draw engine.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
so good.
Really good. That's really good.
We got a Day of Destiny reprint with it's the worst art I've seen on a Magic card, and that is that Faithless Looting was up there for a long time for me.
Oh god, that faithless looting.
I didn't like
Oh, I
that
hated
Faithless
that
Looting. I'll
card.
tell you that right now. And this is not drawn well. I don't know. Maybe it's a great homage to the show. But it is drawn pretty poorly. This is PlayStation 1 graphics on a card.
This was the art style I wanted that Barbara in.
That's fair.
Mm.
I don't
Is
know.
this-
That one's not for me personally.
It's the first
Yeah.
Doctor and the first Doctor's companion, so it's makes sense that it's kind of black and white.
Oh, it's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Yeah.
It also-
Right. The old
Yeah.
school show.
Yeah, that was in the 64, I believe.
64.
Oh man,
Yeah, this 26 season has been going on for a long time.
Yeah, it's an old ass show, man.
Yeah.
That's too much. It's too many seasons.
And it's kind of funny because the first Doctor is just kind of a bully. We're
But no,
watching
he-
through it
he's-
from the start, and he's just like,
Yeah.
he's
he's just so cranky, just a grumpy old man.
Just a jerk.
it just refuses to help.
I actually might
A lot
watch
of
the show
times.
just for that. That's funny.
Please, can you help us? The Daleks are invading.
Well, and
No.
it's the thing is, he's the Doctor for like 5 seasons or something. Like that's a long time.
Yeah.
I know that much.
Yeah, it's a
It's just-
while.
Not relatable or likable like one bit.
But
Just
that,
when you're thinking
that
about like
kind
the older generations now, have you at least tried? Like, have you tried to
Right.
fix the problem yet? Like, why are you coming to me?
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
the fact that he is just like completely unlikable makes him likable for me. Because
That's fair.
in like one episode sorry, this is a little bit of a side tangent, but they go back to caveman times. I think it's like episode 2 or 3 of the entire show, and they've got Barbara and what's his name, the other teacher, and they're trying to help an injured caveman who helped them escape. And the Doctor's just kind of standing there, and she's like, "Are you going to help your doctor? Not that kind of doctor. We're leaving."
Let's see that Daniel is aired in the show.
Right?
We have 2 that I'm going to read back to back. One is Day of the Moon. I like it. It's gold. 2 and red for a saga. All 3 are the same. Again, a boring saga, but I like the gold. So You choose a creature card name, then go to all creatures with the same name until it's done. No target. So that's great to get around any shroud or anything like that.
The artwork's really neat. There's a lot going on in it.
Yeah. Yep, there is.
The next one, though, is something that would literally make me furious in some decks. It's this Death in Heaven. 3 and a black. The first 2 are the same. Target player mills 2, exiles their graveyard. That's brutal for any graveyard strategy deck. It's not target opponent, which it should have been, because it also lets you, if you are the graveyard deck, with this, you can hit yourself. And then the 3 is put all creatures exiled with Death in Heaven onto the battlefield under your control. Face down under your control. They're 2/2 Cybermen. That's good.
With all their abilities.
Yeah.
Still.
No, they do not have their abilities.
No, they're just face down. They don't have abilities.
I didn't see the face down.
Yeah, they're just...
So my companion Corey would absolutely hate this card because he is very much graveyard matters.
Oh, it's rough. Not only just the exile is not good.
It's awful.
The exile hurts, but then seeing like all of the cards I've been like cultivating in this graveyard to play as 2/2 Cybermen.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a bunch of dragons in there? Be a shame if they were Cybermen.
Yeah, that'd be a shame. Shame if I were to do something to them.
Someone want to take this next one, which is also wild?
This one's a super easy one for me to read here. We got delete. X and 2 red. Delete deals X damage to each non-artifact creature and each player.
Dear Lord, why?
You will be
really
deleted.
Delete.
Delete.
This is strong as all heck. Like, oh,
I just rewatched Grandma's Boy, and I just got that guy.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is a freaking blaze or whatever, but it hits everything.
Everything in each player.
Gross.
And non-artifacts. So if all your stuff is all your stuff's artifacts.
They're like, to me, the fun thing to do is
you
just
don't care.
Constantly draw the game with this. It'll be like 80 damage to everyone.
Yeah, it's like
new
game.
No one wins.
This is the I'm done card, and I have been in so many matches where I'm just like, why am I even here? This is awful because like someone's just doing their diddling for 5 years, and we all know they're gonna win in like 15 turns, but they're taking their sweet time. So it's like, new game.
If you put Pariah onto an indestructible creature, you can survive.
True. Or life gain. You put this in Fire Song and Sunspeaker, you're looking great. You're looking great in Fire Song and Sunspeaker. I do 50 damage to all creatures, all players. I gain 75,000 life. Pass. Any responses? Even if somebody Angel's Graces it, okay. 1 life to 75,000. They access mortality me. I die and cry.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I die to my Mana Crypt or something.
That's funny.
This deserted beach artwork reminds me of Pink Floyd, and I absolutely love
my God, yes, it does. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's so good.
It's pretty cool art.
I feel like Brian would like this next one, too.
Yeah, Brian, obviously. Please.
The Desolated Lighthouse?
No. That's a reprint.
Next one.
That's the reprint. After that.
Read the room, Brian.
Oh, let me... read the room. All right, just read the name. So we have a dinosaur on a spaceship.
Why not?
Life finds a way, right?
Life finds a way.
We got 4 red and a white, a creature dinosaur, vigilance, trample, no flying. He's on a spaceship, guys. We got other dinosaurs you control, get +1/+1, and have vigilance and trample. Wow.
This is statted to the nines.
Yeah, this is ridiculous, man.
Like, for some reason, when I first looked at the art, it looked like it was like a dinosaur person almost doing like Superman jumping through the air.
Mm-hmm.
So we got suspend for 4, which is 3 a red and a white. Whenever a time counter is removed from a dinosaur on a spaceship while it's exiled, create a 2/2 red and white dinosaur creature token with
Flying and haste.
Flying and haste.
Yeah.
So you
And don't forget,
in the background.
so you can
and
get
don't
it out
forget that
earlier.
don't forget when this comes in, then all your dinosaurs have what was it, vigilance and trample.
Vigilance, trample, and
the-
plus
the-
one
the-
plus
the-
one.
the-
And plus one, plus one, yeah.
Again,
So
we're
the 3/3 flying haste trample vigilance.
Why not? How
This-
many keywords do you want on a card?
All of them.
Yes.
Just
This
give me
is-
all the keywords.
This is pretty good.
This is gross.
Especially
Again, an anthem, like a tribal anthem with 1/1 vigilance and trample, already great. It then being a 7/7 vigilance trample at 6 mana, like, what were they thinking with this line?
Why? Yeah.
Oh.
Why?
And it's a 7/7. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, again,
It's
you,
also a 7/7.
you could drop this down to a 4/4 at 6 mana with these stats, and I'd still be like, this is a phenomenal card. But
yeah.
like, this is making, in its worst, if you get this out early and stuff, you're making 4/2/2, so you get 8 power of dinosaurs. That's gonna, turn into like 12.
Well, 21.
Is that right?
Because he would also
yeah.
come out.
Yeah, because he comes in too.
That is true. Yeah, it's again, this is a very, like, the stat lines on some of these cards are broken. Like, this is wild.
Mhm.
I remember simpler times when I started playing Magic when you played a Thorn Elemental for 7 mana and it was just a 7/7 that could attack directly.
Yeah, right?
Remember those days? No, this.
Yeah, Savannah
We have
Lion.
this.
Yeah, exactly.
What are these old times you're speaking of?
Good old, good
Long
old.
7th edition, baby.
Yeah.
Oh god.
When the game was how it should be, when you could draw 3
Yeah.
cards for 1 mana, take extra turns for 2, play a 7/7 for 7 that did nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I play my squirrel.
The white boon
Sorry,
cycle is
seven.
gain 3 life. They were balanced. Pretty.
The 7th
it was-
edition came out the same month I was born.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I'm
he's so
old.
young.
Ugh,
Slothy's
I'm
a young
such
baby
old
boy.
man.
The Slothy's young.
Yeah, that's a good card. We have this. This is why I am happy.
Bonkers.
At least that there's the collector boosters. I'm not a collector booster person myself, but pretty good. Pretty good that we can actually get our hands on these without having to buy the decks. Anyways, now we've got this Donna
good.
Noble. I
Was
again,
this the one that they were talking about since the beginning?
no, I don't know. 3 in a red for a 2/4 human with Soul Bond. I love Soul Bond as a mechanic.
Yeah.
You can pair it like not Dockside, Jedi Navigator, blah blah blah. When Donna or a creature it's paired with is dealt damage, Donna deals that much damage to target opponent. Slothy.
Huh.
Slothy looking at
I
you
love that.
with that Imodane. And then it has Doctor's Companion as well.
This is absolutely going in Imodane.
You know how wild it is that they're giving us a Brash Taunter from the command zone?
I love it.
It's pretty crazy. Pretty nuts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love the politics when it comes to with cards like this because it's like someone's a problem. It's like let's see, Daniel's the problem. Like, hey Brian, just pick your biggest guy. Just swing into me. I'll block. I promise.
I promise I'll block.
I promise I'll block because all that damage is going that Donna's gonna take, Dan's gonna take instead. It's so much fun for politics.
So all I'm reading is Danielle Noble.
So that's the problem, right? So Daniel, attack you with your biggest thing.
Bonk.
Boom.
Someone want to take this double X?
Sure. We got
This artwork's sick.
yeah, this looks incredible, by the way. Doomsday Confluence. It is XX and a black for a sorcery. Choose X. You may choose the same mode more than once. Damn. Okay, we're off to a start here, guys. Each player sacrifices a non-artifact creature. Create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with menace, or each opponent discards a card.
But please, everybody discard your hand.
Discard everything.
It's double X for a reason, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why.
Or else it's just like a torment of hellfire.
This will just be horrible.
I am glad that there's not like a life loss in there, but a token generation mana sink
Brutal.
is pretty rough as well.
Mhm.
That also I can like Shouldered's Edict them. Hey, sack 10, I'm gonna make 10.
Did you
Yeah.
guys take a close look at the bottom of the art card there?
Yeah.
Like all the little people around the bottom, and then you got that one big guy on the left. Like it's definitely
the Cybermen there, and then you got some Daleks.
Yeah.
Oh, those are Daleks. I see like the people running around. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Daleks on the right side. Yeah.
Oh, I thought there were more salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
see a fine Himalayan pink and some ground. Some ground
Yes,
black pepper.
black pepper.
Yeah. It's I do want to get one of those edited as salt and pepper shakers for sure.
Yeah,
It's,
that would be hilarious.
let me tell you, that is it's a 3-minute job with a pen. Just an S and a P. We're good to go. They did most of the artwork for me on this altar.
I like the ones that you ground.
Someone want to take Dugan?
What is it? Oh, here it is. I got it. All right. Dugan, private detective. 2 green and a blue for a legendary creature. Human detective has star. So its power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your hand. I always like that. Whenever Dugan enters the battlefield or attacks, you investigate. And it has the most important punch in history. 1 in a green, tap. Dugan deals damage equal to twice its power to another target creature. Activate only once.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just destroy something.
Yeah.
That thing you really hate.
Hey, imagine if this had red in it. I deal double the damage to Brash Tonner. Please, someone die. Just
You deal
You're
double
green.
the
This is
damage to Donna. Now you're under investigation yourself for domestic abuse.
Oh my gosh.
Illegal pairing. I may illegally pair those two just for fun.
that could be funny.
To be honest, I'm probably going to do that. It's we'll see.
And Donna.
The episode that this next one is referencing made me cry.
Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah. This is Ecstatic Beauty. 2 in a red for a sorcery. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play those cards until end of turn. Put 4 time counters on each of those cards that has suspend. It has suspend 4 for a red.
That's kind of cool.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is the episode? What goes on? Give me the synopsis.
So basically they brought Van Gogh into modern day to a museum exhibit of his own work. And he was just kind of taking in that people actually really, really loved everything he did. And it was just shot and acted beautifully.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's a really good episode.
Yeah.
And then they sent him back, so they just...
You've enjoyed this quite enough.
back to the days of all your diseases and everything.
Yeah, have fun with that.
When was Van Gogh alive?
It was yes.
It's the Romantic era, so that's like the 1800s, I think.
Van Gogh was born in 1853.
Yeah.
Please, hey, we could have probably saved your ear if you got it to us in time.
Saying, right? This is like they're taking Van Gogh to a museum. There's generally a lot of like World War stuff at a museum. They what?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like,
they did
what happened in between now and then?
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a lot that happened. Don't worry about that.
Here, let's take Van Gogh to Winnipeg and take him to the Human Rights Museum.
No,
God.
I wouldn't wish going to Winnipeg on my worst enemy.
Yeah, that's true.
Sadly, that is the closest Canadian town to where I'm at.
There you go.
I don't even understand why the Human Rights Museum's there, but it is. And it was nice, actually. I'm not going to
Because it's a war
say
crime.
anything bad about it.
We have this ensnared by the Mara, 2 double red sorcery. Each opponent faces a villainous choice, and I love those choices. It's not me being mean. You're choosing this. They exile cards from the top of their library until they get a non-land. Then you may cast it without paying its mana cost, or that player exiles the top 4 cards, and ensnared by the Mara deals damage equal to the total mana value of those to that player. That's rough. You can really...
Yikes, man.
Do you want to give me something, or do you want to take some real heat?
Take a lot of damage.
Yeah.
This next one, everybody was talking about it on Instagram.
Everyone's talking about it on everything. It's one of the best cards ever printed.
It's so good.
Phenomenal. Read it, Brian. Take.
So we got Everybody Lives.
Oh yeah.
And from the sounds of it, it sounds like it's my card. 1 and a white. Instant. All creatures gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Players gain hexproof until end of turn. Players can't lose life for this turn, and players can't lose the game or win the game this turn.
If only I
Players
had
can't
this.
do anything.
Literally nothing. Yes.
Technically, you can still kind of die to commander damage. It doesn't prevent damage. It just your life total can't change.
Yeah.
And the next time state-based checks, you will die to commander damage, but
Your
Ah,
harsh
that makes-
justice
yeah,
means
that's true.
nothing,
but
Sherman.
not this turn.
Mhm.
So this basically stalls the game just for like basically almost a turn.
Could you
Yeah.
still get the poison counters on?
Oh yeah, and you'll die
Yeah.
as soon as state-based.
You'll
action.
die to like once the person says like end.
You just
I-
can't lose yet, but
Yeah.
you will next turn.
But this hose is like the most common competitive win right now is your Thoracle, like demonic, and you just say no, and
No.
then they what? Yeah, like Everybody Lives is a really, really rough, and it's gonna again, all creatures getting indestructible saves the board. That gets you insane political favor from someone else who's, hey Sherman, let me save your creatures, but don't swing them at me. All right.
And it's 2 mana, so you can put it on an Isochron Scepter too.
Oh yeah.
You sure can.
Yep.
It's I was
Yeah.
looking earlier, like Heroic Intervention is in 28% of all decks on EDH Rec. That
Mhm.
is a lot.
Yes,
decks
it's
that-
really good.
It's really good. It's really good. And this is just like another, again, sure, your enchantments might not live, but this is everything else does.
So
Oh, it
Lesnia
definitely
is
boosted
now
those numbers.
boosted with both of them.
Yeah, like this is just a very, very good. It's really good. Yeah.
And also, I actually vividly remember this episode too that this is
Mhm.
from. So this is quite a moment. So
A lot of people
I'm glad
yeah.
that it was immortalized into this.
The funny thing is, it says that Everybody Lives, but in the art, everybody looks like they're on fire.
Well, it's because okay. So a quick synopsis of what happens is they're basically being turned into these weird gas mask people because of some weird stuff going on. But basically, what's happening is that the gas mask like face is disappearing and they're turning back into normal people.
Gotcha.
It's a weird episode, but yeah, it's
Mhm.
it's
I've
cool.
heard it's an
though.
emotional one.
It's very emotional. Yeah, it's very psychological.
Yeah.
When you
There's a
mentioned
lot
the
of that
gas
in this
mask,
show.
I was like, everybody's purging. Like that's like the first thing
Yeah.
that popped into my mind.
Yeah, it's something. So mind if I take this next one?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Go for it.
Another banger.
So- Yeah. Everything comes to dust. It is 7 white. So that is 10 total mana for a sorcery with Convoke. So you can make it less than that. Exile all creatures except those that share a creature type with a creature that convoked this spell, all artifacts, and all enchantments. Okay, so you probably want to use the Convoke, most
Yeah.
likely. That's pretty cool.
Well, for Convoke, you can just get it out for free, right? Like
Yeah.
I do my cat tokens. That is a very disgusting exile.
Will exile all
It really
non-cats.
is.
Yep.
This would be
It sure
Good.
would.
Mow.
Mow.
I just
And the
started
mouse
screaming
will
cat
rule the
sounds.
world.
All the mouse.
But
Yeah.
imagine if you someone casts this and they just tap a bunch of stuff and then you start looking at all the types and it's like, okay, you tapped a human. Well, I have a human. They have a human.
Right.
This one's also a wizard. So and then like you basically destroyed nothing.
this is a really good way to get a bunch of stuff tapped down for something like Halo Fountain.
Yeah, true. Untap, win the game. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then you only need to like attack with 5 creatures.
I tried the Convoke deck at the face-to-face in Calgary event. That was
Yep.
and it was really, really fun to play. And this is, again, there's no reason to not run this in any lots of creatures deck, any like I just put together a Reaper King deck, for instance, right? Why would I
Right,
not
yeah.
put this in Reaper King?
I want to say because Reaper King doesn't have white, but I'm pretty sure he does.
Reaper King's 5 colors.
Yeah, 5 color, and it's all shapeshifters. So none of my stuff's gonna die. Oh wait, no. If I can invoke shapeshifters, everything lives. We go back to the card
everything
above.
lives.
I'm just playing. Everybody lives for far more mana. Too much.
Yeah. So you built your Reaper King with shapeshifters. I built mine with strictly Scarecrow.
Yeah, that will live. Yeah, all our stuff's gonna die.
We have more of the cycling. We've got a farewell reprint. We have the Modern Horizons one, the tap, pay a life, add a red or a white, like a fiery islet. That's a phenomenal reprint if that's available in the collectors.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
there's
really
a lot of good stuff.
Really good lands. I really like this 500-year diary. 3 and a blue for a legendary artifact clue. It enters tapped. It's a mana rock on its own, so it taps for a blue for each clue you control, which can be crazy. And then it just has to sack it to draw a card. I really, really like the clues.
Yep. There's a lot of decks that really play around that these days. So,
well, yeah, I love playing Lannis. Lannis is a great one, right? Where the whole deck is making clues. This taps for 60.
Such a raging clue.
Eloise.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Who needs Tolarian Academy when we have this? Oh man,
it's a book, Sherman. I see it. I know. I know it's a rock you're using.
Oh no. No.
That goes instantly into his deck.
Brian, you want to take this?
Right.
Yeah. We have
the dino.
The Flaming Tyrannosaurus. 5 and 2 red. We got the good old Monarch here with Paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere,
Brian can't read.
Other than your hand, yeah, I might have to get glasses now looking at these. Other than your hand, Flaming Tyrannosaurus deals 3 damage to any target, then put a +1/+1 counter on Flaming Tyrannosaurus. When Flaming Tyrannosaurus dies, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent.
Oh God! So you buff this thing?
You can't target me, Daniel, with my Shalai Halar. Each opponent.
True.
That CMC's too much, though.
It is a high CMC, but if you can buff it, well, you can probably one-shot people with this.
I have to read the next card. I'm sorry, it's schizophrenia bait. It's so funny. I genuinely enjoyed that one. So we have Flatline. It's 2 and a blue. This is a phenomenal card. First off, creatures your opponents control have base power and toughness 0/1 until end of turn. That's so annoying. It's obnoxious and it's very playable.
Yeah.
But the flavor text made me laugh so hard. Just we found the missing people. They're in the walls. That's so funny. They're in the walls. The bugs are in your skin. Get them out, please.
Voices are always great.
Again, that's a rough card. You swing in at me, I kill all your biggest creatures and take no damage. Flatline is a really good instant.
Yeah.
Well, the black one that they have, I love it.
Or you play this and then play Elishnorn, and everything dies.
Yeah, 0/1 is rough.
The opposite of everything.
Oh, this is all opponents.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's your
Where
opponent.
Sun Spoiling is attacking creatures or creatures that an opponent controls. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and again, there's no staple. Offense, defense. This is just really strong.
It's just all around really, really good. Like you take no damage if they're attacking. You easily can wipe them with just an easy deal 1 to everything,
Those are going on Brago.
Sherman has done politics the whole game and has amassed 85 mites, and he now swings them at me. He betrays me. Flatline these mites.
Honestly, that's probably the strategic play. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Sherman, I understand your book tribal. Do you take hieroglyphics into that as well?
The art on the next one is disturbing.
This is very disturbing.
Cool.
I hate it.
This is just I don't like it.
I just stepped away for 1 second.
Interesting card though. So here, I'll get it. So it's Flesh Duplicate for blue creature shapeshifter rebel. So you may have Flesh Duplicate enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it has Vanish 3 if that creature doesn't have Vanishing. This is really, really cool.
So you just have 3 turns of this
of a copy of something.
Wreaking havoc, probably.
But sometimes
it costs
that's all
two.
you need.
It costs 2. It's so cheap.
It's fantastic for that because, like, sometimes, like especially late game, if there's like something that's really strong, you just cast it for 2, copy it. Like, it's not the game's not going to go for another 3 turns. So this is like really strong.
Yeah, I love to pay 2 to copy your Ulamog or something. Sounds great. You know,
that's good. That's really good.
Busted.
Again, just the fact that it'll enter and you can still have it enter as the copy. You get whatever ETB.
Yeah, any ETBs, Emrakul? Oh yeah, I'll take it. Or well, I guess the old one's banned, but whatever the new one does, I can't exactly remember.
Yeah,
but that's good.
A lot of these are just very, very good. Like especially for like clone themed decks, right? Like because clone decks are popular, they're fun.
Yeah,
and that is a really good one. We have more check lands, which is great reprints. This is a white staple. Again, I see this being played phenomenally a lot this next 4 Nox. 2 and a white. Comes in with Vanishing 4. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, draw a card. That's just a pretty solid enchantment to include. That gets
you. In it.
I say all the time that like white doesn't need
white draw, baby.
Help. Yeah, it doesn't need that much help because you don't want white. The whole point is that white, if it gets to the end game, is a problem. You know, like your Achromas, your Avacens, those are not cards you want on the battlefield, right?
Thank God Iona's banned. I remember those days.
That's what I mean, right? Like all of those, like when white gets to the point that white needs to get, it's a problem, and this is just more and more helping them get to that point, right? It's just a good enchantment in any enchantment theme kind of deck.
Yeah, it's really good. And just overall, even throwing it in for card draw by itself, that's great. You know, that's usually what it needs.
This Fractured Identity, I need it.
This looks sick, by the way.
That is really good artwork for Fractured Identity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, it is 3 and Azorius for a sorcery. Exile target non-land permanent for each player other than its controller creates a token that's a copy of it.
Yeah, this is a great reprint. Yeah, very, very much needed reprint.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I only remember it being used on me.
I only
my
use it
Seedborns.
I use it on 2
I
things.
would only use it on you.
I use it on 2 things and 2 things alone. Number 1,
Phage.
Howling Mine, and number 2, Phage.
Phage.
Yeah.
What a silly card.
Everyone dies. It's the new card.
Everyone dies.
Yeah, for me, it's always gets used on my Seedborn Muse.
What a weird card as well, this next one.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Yeah. We got Frostfair Lure Fish. 5 blue and a red for a 7/7 fish. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 blue fish creature tokens and 2 tapped treasure tokens. Fish you control have haste and can't be blocked by humans, and it has Foretell for 3 blue and a red.
Ooh.
Hey,
I wouldn't mind this. I wouldn't mind this in Edgin.
Yeah, pretty good.
This would have been a fun commander if it was legendary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just rule 0 it.
Yeah.
Rule 0 it all.
Yeah.
I'm doing Dugan and Donna. It's happening. I'm just letting you guys know. It may not be an episode. I may not be able to explain that to people about how, but it's going to be a deck. I'll tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know my girlfriend will enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. I like that good inside joke there. We have this Fugitive of the Judoon, 4 and a green. For you create a 1/1 white human creature token with Ward 2 and a 4/4 Rhino. That's pretty good token generation.
That's quite good.
2, you investigate. Great. It's a saga as well. And then 3, you can exile a human and an artifact. If you do, you search for a doctor. I'm not much of the doctor person, but that's a great token creator.
I rule 0. It is Dr. Norn.
Yeah, Dr. Elish Norn, PhD.
She's a praetor. Praetors have lots of knowledge, right? I don't know.
People are arguing it's the 2020s, you bigot. Women can be doctors.
Elish Norn, MD.
I like that. Pediatrician. What?
Oh, God.
We have a legendary land, this Gallifrey Council Chamber. It enters, you surveil 1, taps for colorless, or add 1 mana of any color, spend it only to cast a Time Lord or Alien spell, or activate a ability of a Time Lord or Alien. Meh, it's okay.
I guess if you have good Time Lords or Aliens, that could be good.
Throw it in a Morphon deck. It's just
Yeah, otherwise...
They're all aliens.
Yeah.
Every time I hear aliens, I'm thinking of xenomorphs. Just saying.
Oh my god.
That would be cool.
I mean, especially
Every
since
time
it's
I
October.
hear alien. Yeah.
Especially since it's October, I'm seeing a lot of people playing Alien Isolation right now on Twitch. So it's just like, oh, yes.
It's such a great game.
It's so good. It's like almost 10 years old, and it still looks incredible. It's like, they did so well.
Yeah, every October I go through Isolation and Outlast. It's like a tradition.
Yeah, Outlast, yeah.
Oh, I never finished Outlast. Crap.
Like, I think it's so much fun.
I started a side tangent. I apologize.
there's a few cards to get through. Like I said, we might not get through everything. You guys get the general point. They're British, whatever. Get it? Salt and pepper shakers.
I still haven't seen anything about tea yet.
Look at the artwork. We have this Gallifrey Falls. 4 damage to each creature. If a creature enters, if a creature dies, you exile it. That's for 4 and double red as an instant. But the flip side of it is really good. The no more. 2 and a white. Any number of creatures you control phase out. That's really good.
That's busted.
That's a really good card. Yeah,
that's dope.
It's like a smaller Teferi's protection, basically.
Yeah,
like
baby protect. And you can
protect.
Baby protect.
Babby protection.
Yeah, that's being able to phase out like that is pretty good.
Oh, for sure.
Seeing these more lands that are popping up here, and you were right, Daniel. Like they're throwing all of these amazing lands into these decks. They must have listened to our previous deck.
I sincerely hope that these aren't just in the decks and that these are in the collector boosters. Because first off, the artwork is beautiful on these lands. There's
it's really good.
There's maybe 1 or 2 that have been like they're
the
okay.
The catacombs sucked. That looked like someone took a picture of an apartment building with fancy lights on it. They went down to the Telus Tower.
The drowned catacombs?
Yeah, the drowned catacombs.
Let me scroll.
Pull back up.
No, that one's pretty good. It's a giant crying face. I think you're thinking a different one.
Okay, let me find it here. Not the drowned catacombs. Keep going up.
Okay, up. Oh, you mean the dark water catacombs? Yeah.
Yeah, dark water. Yeah. That one's a little weird.
That one's odd. Yeah.
Yeah. But the other ones have been really, really good. Like the Cinderglade? Holy crap.
The Cinderglade one looks great.
Celestial Colonnade, the Fiery Island.
The Colonnade, yeah.
Like they are really, really good artworks.
This Game Trail looks amazing. This Glacial Fortress looks really cool.
This Fury Calm Snarl, just like this your old timey looking like rundown barn with the spaceships and the top basically raising the planet. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're very nice artworks. We have those Gallifrey stands. I really should have read up on what Gallifrey is. It's come up a lot. 4, a white and a blue legendary enchantment. When it enters, return all doctors from your graveyard to your hand. So 5-color doctor deck. In your upkeep, you can put a doctor from your hand on the battlefield. Then if you control 13 or more doctors, you win the game. I like that. I like an interesting win.
Nice lore win. We love it. Yeah.
Is Gallifrey the planet that these doctors come from?
I think it is. Yeah. I think it's his home planet.
Lords.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, are they humans? But I don't think they're humans. They must be aliens.
No. They just look like humans, but they're different.
So now you can basically have a deck that wins with gates or doctors now.
Oh, I'd love that. That would be fun.
Oh yeah.
You go for the gates. Yeah, a Guild Gate Doctor deck.
Yeah.
Dr.
That'd be pretty
Gates.
Cool.
That'd be cool.
PhD.
I love it.
Someone want to take Genesis of the Salt and Pepper Shakers.
Yeah, okay. I can do that.
You mean the Gorgons?
This just so everyone knows, this is me directly after we're done doing this, as I decide what I'm putting on my eggs that I'm gonna go make.
These Daleks are gonna make this look tasty.
Seasoning salt.
All right, we have Genesis of the Daleks. It's 4 black for a saga. So we have chapters 1 through 3 all do the same thing, which is create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with menace for each lore counter on this saga. And then we have Chapter 4. Target opponent faces a villainous choice. Destroy all Dalek creatures, and each of your opponents loses life equal to the total power of Daleks that died this turn, or destroy all non-Dalek creatures. That's disgusting.
That's making you 6 Daleks alone already. That's really good.
That is really good.
Mm-hmm. And then
you make someone do this.
So 6 times 3 is the life that they're going to be losing after the end of this.
So they'd be losing 18 life minimum.
Yeah. Destroy all Daleks, and each opponent loses life equal to the power, or destroy all non-Daleks. That's really gross.
Really good.
That's disgusting.
That's a very cool saga.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
again,
I like it.
This glacial fortress, stunning artwork, really cool.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's cool.
This is my fortress. I saw that too.
Especially in foil, just like these little ice cubes that are floating in space. This would look just phenomenal in foil.
I'm sure it looks incredible. Yeah.
The only
then we have
we've seen
Chief
all
O'Brien.
these different sagas, but none of them have been like the other one where they jumped around.
Yeah, that one was very interesting.
Maybe they're just doing it just to try out in that and go from there.
Because I don't
like.
I guess with this Genesis of the Daleks, yes, you have the big ultimatum as the chapter final, which I can get, but it's gotta be neat to have you dabble between a couple of them and then you go to it.
I like that one. I don't know. You were saying about this Graham, Sherman.
Oh, Graham O'Brien, Chief O'Brien. One in the green. Legendary creature, human pilot, 2/2. Has Paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, create a food token, and it's a Doctor's Companion. This one, I'm kind of iffy on just because it's in green.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can see, if you're casting things from your graveyard or from the top of your library because you're in green. But I would have expected this for, in red or black, to be honest.
But at the same time, you could also just pair it with something red or red
just put it in. Make it like Golgari or something.
It goes really well into the Faldorn precon from the cast from Exile one from Baldur's Gate. That's where I'm going to put it.
That'd be really good.
Just food tokens passively for doing what my deck's already doing.
Yeah.
This is very cool. Grasp of Fate artwork. Grasp of Fate's
I was gonna say your
favorite reprint of the year.
Oh yeah, this is incredible. Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's from that episode too. Oh, that's another really sad episode.
Yeah, I don't know any of the lore there, sadly. The Haunted Ridge is really cool looking. Our Heaven Sent is a cool 2-mana saga. 1 blue, 1 red, double Investigator the first 2, and then Heaven Sent deals 1 damage to each opponent. If an opponent has 0 or less life, draw 7 cards, otherwise exile it, and you may cast it this turn. Pretty good.
Huh. Interesting.
I have to ask you guys, when the word ridge comes to mind, where do you because the artwork is nice, I'm not gonna lie, but that to me is not a ridge.
It's kind of Haunted Mansion-esque,
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion.
A mansion might be on a ridge.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. I'll let it slide.
You just gotta explain it,
You're the art director, and it's just yep, I'm done Haunted Ridge, and it's just did you send the wrong file? Nope. They just doubled down out of nope, this was the one.
This mansion is on a ridge, I swear.
Faithless Looting.
Right? Yeah, that one's rough. That one
is beautiful.
We have another heroic intervention artwork. Kind of cool.
Horizon. Yeah, that's actually sick. Yeah, I love that a lot.
Horizon Canopy. Ooh, I love this card. Hunted by the Family is going to be one of my favorite cards to storm off in Veyran or anything where I can 1,000-Year Storm. It's a big cost, but it's worth it, I think. Yeah. Hunted by the Family is 5 double blue. You choose up to 4 target creatures you don't control. For each of them, that creature's controller faces a villainous choice. They become a 1/1 white human and lose all abilities, or you create a token that's a copy of it. I love this card.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I love that choice on it. It's just let me have it. We're sharing. It's either we both get it or none of us get it. I love this card.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go back for a second. Heroes Podium.
Is that not a reprint? I thought it was.
Is it?
It's a reprint.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's new artwork on it. It's very cool artwork.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sick.
They look like chess pieces. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we have next here?
The next one you do want to read,
Ian
Sherman.
Chester said it looks like, yeah.
Oh, is this the editor teacher you're talking about, Slothy?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Ian Chesterton, 2 in a white, legend creature, human scientist, science teacher. Each saga spell you cast has replicate. Whoa.
Ooh,
The replicate cost is equal to its mana cost and its Doctor's Companion, and it's 2/3.
That's good.
That's gross.
Bombadil.
Tom Bombadil, Tom
Yeah.
Bombadil. Holy crap, this is really good with that deck.
So what we're learning from this set is Tom Bombadil is really good.
Tom Bombadil's getting way more fuel than like anything I say.
Mhm.
There's
Holy crap.
as well the enchantment, the second commander from Commander Masters. It's not the enchantment phase commander, the other one. It's the Saga one.
Well, what's their name?
Something, you get it. There's a few really good like Saga commanders that have come out. I'll find it here.
Here, I've got it pulled up here.
Narcy. Yes, thank you, Thunder. Thunder knows. Narcy Fablesinger is it's the 1 and then the white, black, green 3/3. Whenever you sack an enchantment, draw a card. Whenever the final chapter of a saga you control resolves, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is that saga's mana value. That's really good. That's another like phenomenal card that's like getting just insane power ups this set.
Absolutely, yeah.
We have Idris, Soul of the TARDIS. 1 blue, 1 red for a human incarnation 3/3 with vanishing 3. When it enters, exile another target creature you control until it leaves the battlefield. Idris has all activated and triggered abilities of the card and gets XX, where X is the exiled card's mana value.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
It's all right.
It's not as exciting as like okay, all your things have replicate. Next. X you have weak duplicant for 3 turns.
Yeah. It's only 3 turns, that's the other thing. So you have to really make it count.
Not really commanderable as well because of that, because Vanishing 3 are going to stack it every 3 turns and just keep paying this cost.
Yeah.
I'm looking 2 cards ahead, and I did not know that we were doing a Futurama set.
Right.
That's a reprint one, but it's a good one. We have this impending flux before it.
Yeah.
So,
Sure. It's 2 in a red for a sorcery. It's got Paradox. Impending Flux deals X damage to each opponent and each creature they control, where X is 1 plus the number of spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand this turn, and it has Foretell for 1 and 2 red.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's good for the suspend deck.
Yeah.
Or even I'm thinking for stuff like this, like was it Prosper Tomebound?
Prosper.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, anything where you're like casting things from exile, that's also really, really strong, right?
Yeah, Prosper, Edgin.
The next one's great for both of those things too. This Into the Time Vortex, 4 in a red, Cascade with Rebound. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's quite good.
The irrigated farmland artwork is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It's so cool looking, man. Especially if this is like in foil or something. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
sure,
that full art, the not the extended art, I guess I should say. That's not look great.
I really like that artwork. It's very tranquil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very nice. Speaking of which, this irrigated farmland also looks very nice as well. The cycle land.
Yeah, that's the one I was saying. The irrigated.
Yeah.
Oh, so good, so good.
I think you threw us off with saying the word tranquil.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. Just I was saying it looks tranquil.
Yes.
Does someone want to take this Jamie McCrimmon?
Sure. So we have Jamie McCrimmon, who is cost 2 in a green for a legendary creature that's a human warrior with trample. It's a 2/2. Whenever you cast a historic spell, Jamie McCrimmon gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is that spell's mana value. And it also has Doctor's Companion.
Yeah.
So, historic deck just becomes big.
There's so much historic support in this one too.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The dinosaur's crazy. This Jenny Flint is really nice artwork. I like it a lot.
Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
It's one, is it? Human Detective 2/2, partner with Madame Vastra. I love partner with. First strike and training, and whenever you sack a clue or food, you put a 1/1 counter on another target creature. I like that.
Yeah, that's quite nice for 3. It's a lot of stuff.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Slothy, you want to take this next one?
Sure. Yeah, we got Jenny, Generated Anomaly. 2 red and a white for a 2/3 legendary Time Lord Soldier with double strike. And whenever Jenny deals combat damage to a player, it explores.
I like that.
I really like that.
Awesome.
I like the art too. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So some of these arts are incredible, man. This is so good.
Thanks to some of the hues are going to look very nice in foil, like that purple.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's gonna look amazing.
Oh, we got some good ones coming up. Who wants this motorcycle lady?
Baker lady.
Sure, I'll grab her. So we got Joe Grant, 2 and a white. Legendary creature, human soldier. 3/2. Each historic card in your hand has cycling 2 and a white. Whenever you cycle a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Joe Grant. Doctor's Companion.
That's interesting.
That is cool.
It's not a bad ability.
Yeah, and you have things that are useless in your hand because you can't play them. Well, get land.
That would go well into the kitty cat one that came from Ikoria.
Yeah.
Or the kitty cat dinosaur one.
Yeah, very true. First card you cycle every turn. All right, who wants the best dog?
Okay, I want this one. I love him so much. Oh. K9 Mark 1 best boy. Blue. Legendary artifact creature. Robo dog. What more do you want? He's a 1/1. And then we have negative. As long as K9 Mark 1 is untapped, other legendary creatures you control have ward 1. And then we have affirmative, which is pay 1 and a blue and tap him. Target legendary creature can't be blocked this turn. And of course he has Doctor's Companion, because why wouldn't he?
That's a good
It's
card.
so good. It's so good.
Oh, I love him so much.
Again, all I'm hearing is Urza.
I started building this one before I knew what Doctor's Companion was.
This is a great
I started
card.
building him as a mono commander because it's so good.
It's just a great card to drop into like any blue deck alone. Like just the legendary creatures getting ward 1 at 1 and 1/1 is great. Not unblockable, great. Like it, I like every part of this card. The artwork's so silly.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, I have to take this one. I love this next card's artwork. It's so silly. I don't know how or what I would do with this card, but I'm gonna build it because of this artwork. It's Carvanista Loyal Lupari, 4 and a green. It is an alien dog soldier 5/5. It has vigilance, trample, haste, which is great. When it attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each human you control. So a very cool card. And then it has Lupari Shield, 1 and a green. Humans you control gain indestructible until your next turn. I really like this card.
It's incredibly solid.
Yeah, and the artwork is so
great.
silly. The artwork looks like a German Schnauzer in samurai armor with a battle axe.
Yeah.
I'm
Huge glowing battle axe.
I'm in love with this card. This is such a cool, like, someone said draw an alien dog soldier, and they didn't disappoint.
No, it looks good.
And the fact that it's like generally speaking, right? Like it's like, dog's man's best friend. So you'd think that it'd be like a human. It's like all dogs you control get, and no, this is other. This is my human pets get the buff. I really like this card.
Yeah, that adventure is really nice. Definitely.
It's going to go really well into like Kyler and like those kind of decks that are already doing it. Sigarda, where your humans have, but like again, this is just a great vigilance, trample, haste at 5/5 is already again an insane stat line. Take his adventure away, take a 1/1 counter theme away. Already a very good stat line at 5 mana. But then you can keep your humans alive through a board wipe and then still get it. You can like counter them. This is just really good.
Yes, indeed.
Who wants Kate Stewart?
Sure.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
go for it.
Yeah. Yes, we got Kate Stewart, 1 and Jeskai for a 3/3 legendary human scientist. Whenever you put 1 or more time counters on a permanent you control, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. And whenever Kate Stewart attacks, you may pay 8. If you do, attack creatures get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of time counters among permanents you control.
Oh god, another suspend deck thing.
It's kind of cool. That could hurt.
That's quite good. That'll hurt a lot.
And token generator, which is strong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's only if you put stuff in suspend, right? So this one's kind of mediocre in my opinion.
Yeah, true. It's got a good balance, I think. They still have to have that suspend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they don't have a suspend, it's just a 3/3.
Yeah, they're not gaining it.
Yeah.
Because that Brigadier card earlier where every time you cast a historic one.
Yeah, that one's
better,
substantially better, yeah.
Yeah.
With the pay 8. The pay 8 is a very big investment.
Yeah, that's a lot of mana.
And you're not in green.
Yeah.
The other one was, right?
Bruce.
Yeah, well, and the other's like on historic, you're getting it, where this is suspended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The next one's like a pretty cool combat-y card. There's a lot of decks that benefit from this. Last Night Together, 3/1 red, 1 green. Choose 2 target creatures, untap them, put 2 on counters on each of them. They gain Vigilance, Indestructible, Haste. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase. Only the chosen creatures can attack during that combat phase. Again, not bad.
Let's go.
Okay.
Lion Halar. Let's bonk.
Yeah, to be honest, that is really strong. Yeah. Get your double counters, get double combats in Shalian Halar.
Very, very good.
The next one's a great card, too. Sherman, you want this next one, this Leela?
Yeah, Leela. 17 Warrior, 3 and a green. Legendary creature, Human Warrior. It's a 3/3. Whenever an opponent draws a card, except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, put a +1/+1 counter on Leela, a 17 Warrior in a Doctor's Companion. This one's really interesting just because it's almost like a group hug kind of a commander.
Mm-hmm.
Group hug, well, even putting it into a group hug deck, right? Just having
it gives you a payoff,
having something that becomes big eventually.
Yeah,
so that's one thing group hug always needs, is some way to pay off what you're doing, and this is one way to do it easily. It'll grow real fast too if you have like Howling Mine or other things in play. So
yeah, Howling Mine, Temple Bell, things like that, or like what's the commander, the 4/1 that's like.
Kianos and Melodus?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're speaking my language for sure. We have this Lunar Hatchling. I'm going to quickly rip through it because it's a lot. Alien Beast 6/6 for 4/1 green, 1 blue with flying, trample, and basic land cycle and escape. Where you exile land you control, exile 5 other cards from your graveyard, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. The next one, though, Madame Vastra. Great card. This is the pairs with the Jenny Flint. So it's it gives you like a nice like Temur coloring. It is 2/1 green, 1 blue. It's a lizard detective, 3/3. It must be blocked to Fable. That's awesome. And whenever a creature dealt by it dies, you create a clue and food.
That's neat.
Ooh,
that's
nice.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a lot of payoff.
Yeah, and the Jenny is whenever you sack a clue or food, you put a 1/1 counter on another target creature you control. So like
buffer.
So they go together really well.
Yeah, like that. That's really good.
That's a good pair.
Yeah. I think that's a very, very fun pairing. I'm gonna for sure build a deck based around that. I love clues in general, right? So clue and food have gotten so much good support.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially from like Lord of the Rings, there's a lot of food stuff in that.
Oh
so.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's he can go wild, man.
I really like that one. That looks really fun. Someone want to take Martha?
All right.
Yes.
So we got Martha Jones. It's 2 and a blue for a 3/2 legendary human cleric creature. So we have Women Who Walked the Earth. When Martha Jones enters the battlefield, investigate. And then we have whenever you sacrifice a clue, Martha Jones, and up to 1 other target creature can't be blocked this turn, and it has Doctor's Companion.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Goes well in that Madame Vastra deck too that I was just talking about.
Yep, definitely.
This next card, me.
Me.
Who is your commander? I.
I was expecting me, a Mario.
It's me.
Take it away, someone.
I think Slothy was going to jump in there until I said the name. I just had to laugh at it. All right. We'll get that on the screen there. So we got me, the Immortal. 2, green, blue, and red. Legendary creature, human rogue. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a counter, your choice of a +1/+1 first strike, vigilance, or menace counter on me, the Immortal. Counters remain on me as it moves. Interesting. It's really small, but
to any zone other than a player's hand or library. You can cast me from your graveyard by discarding 2 cards in addition to paying its other costs. It's great. My favorite part of all of this is people who aren't watching the YouTube and are only listening to the podcast just think that Brian's brain has stopped working for the day. They just think he's like, but it's because of how the screen is. Brian's got to lead in really far to try and read any of these cards. Brian Bot is still functioning, guys. Trust me.
I swear. Yeah, it's gonna be funny. You see the two on the video. I'm like leaning right in.
Oh God!
That is
this art looks like Maisie Williams.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm. I really like this card. Everything it does. The artwork's cool. It's just a good card. But that is rough counters to be able to just give it to.
Yeah.
What was
it's funny because if you play against someone that has minus counters, kill them first.
Yep.
Because
it stays on. You Toxic Deluge me or something, or is Toxic Deluge the counters, or one of them is Black Sun Zenith.
Yeah, Black Sun Zenith.
Tox roll.
Or counters. Yeah, because if it has a -1/-1 counter, it stays on there. So it's like if you give it
you put 10 -1/-1s, it's never coming out.
Yeah, it will never come back ever again.
I'd be so mad.
If anyone plays this and you face someone that has -1/-1 counters,
so
that's
mad.
the target.
That'd be so funny.
That's a funny way to deal with this card. Oops. Black Sun Zenith for 7. Good luck.
Yeah. We have Mary Poppins or Missy, whatever you want to call it. 3/1 blue, 1 black, 1 red.
She's awesome.
It's a 4/5. Whenever another non-artifact creature dies, return it under your control face down tapped. It's 2/2 Cyberman, so you're shutting down graveyard again. Beginning of your end step, each opponent faces a villainous choice. Each artifact creature you control deals 1 damage to an opponent, or you draw a card and chaos ensues.
Plane chase, love it.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Even if you don't play plane chase, it's still a strong commander.
Yep.
Because it affects everyone, not just it doesn't say your creatures. It's whenever another non-artifact creature dies. So that includes your opponents, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's quite good.
We definitely do still have too many to get through, so we'll probably end after a few of these. Someone want to take this next bonkers card?
I can finally see the T, Dan, though.
Yeah, there's the T. Yeah. And then other...
You think so, but that's where all of the Doctor cards are.
That's true. They're all sitting.
The Doctor, the Master, they're all there. I just scrolled. It's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. You're with us for 5 hours.
All right, let's go with Nano Gene Conversion. 3 in a blue. Sorcery. Choose target creature you control. Each other creature becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn, except it isn't legendary. More copies. That's crazy.
Lots of copying. We love it.
You know how disgusting it is if you have a Krenko out and let's say 10 goblins, and you turn all 10 of them into Krenkos.
Oh.
Okay, so instead of playing Leyline of Singularity, everyone should play with Eye of Singularity instead.
Mm-hmm.
So Eye of Singularity basically says that at any point in time, people can only have one, unless it's a land, like on a basic land, everyone can only have one copy of that on the battlefield period. So there's only one treasure token at any time. There's only one clue token at any time.
It's like the original legend rule.
Yeah. but it doesn't say it's legend.
I like that.
It's from like Mirage or something like that.
Yeah, expensive one. There's a few of these I'm going to rip through kind of quickly here. We've got this Nardole Resourceful Cyborg. I like this a lot. It's 1 and a green for 1/2. You tap, you add a counter, 1 blue for each counter on it. Spend it only for non-creature. That's very cool. With Undying and Doctor's Companion. Very playable. I'm skipping the next one, skipping the next one, skipping the next one. Blah, 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 blah. There's lots. Passive Flames. We have this Perry Brown, 3 and a white. First historic spell you cast each turn has Convoke with Doctor's Companion. I like that a lot. This is the one I really wanted to talk about. Quantum Misalignment is one of the silliest cards I've ever seen printed.
Oh, Lord.
It is.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Yeah, it is 4 and a blue for a sorcery. You create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it isn't legendary, and then it has Rebound. That's nuts.
That's just stupid.
The whole point of Sakashima is to get around your legend rule. Sakashima's been like an expensive card the whole time Sakashima's been out. You can't even find Sakashima when you go into your game store. They don't sit in the case or anything. They're gone.
Mm-hmm. They're always gone. Well, here we go.
Right? Like that is a very, very good one.
I just see so much stuff going to Adrix and Nev now.
100%.
Like just so much doubling.
I'm gonna skip
doubling up the wazoo.
I'll skip this Rassillion for Regenerations Restored, a really cool enchantment for 1 white, 1 blue. Vanishing 12, which is huge. Whenever 1 or more time counters are removed from it, you scry 1, gain a life. Then if it has no time counters, exile it. When you do, you take an extra turn. Not bad. Just sits there, scries, passively gains you life, and if left alone, you will eventually take an extra turn. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's been stuff that removes time counters in this set already.
Mm-hmm. Plus existing cards that just remove counters, period. So,
yeah.
I mean,
let's do the next one here. Sherman, you take this Return in the Past, and Slothy, you take Reverse.
Sure.
Okay, Return the Past. 4 red. Enchantment. As long as it's your turn, each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. Its flashback cost is equal to its mana cost, which is really strong.
That's an insane enchantment.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an insane enchantment. It's very good.
Then we've got Reverse the Polarity. 1 double blue for an instant. Choose 1. Counter all other spells. Switch. Do I have to read the other 2? Switch each creature's power toughness until end of turn, and creatures can't be blocked this turn.
Again, offense, defense at a cost that people already play.
So
people
much
already
stuff.
run counterspell.
Stack clear. Yeah, just this switches out for like negate.
Oh wow, creatures plural.
Oh, it
can't
is
be
very
blocked
fun
this turn.
to interfere with people's deals. Hey, swing in at me. I just want this. Don't worry, I'll block. I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Sherman. No, that was Eddie. Never mind. Eddie. I was playing my Ariette, and I was giving all of these great like bonuses to his Llanowar elf. Like his Llanowar was like a 5/5 on turn like 4.
Yeah,
and I was like, just swing. Like I'm giving you gifts. And he's like, nah. And then like someone got out like an 8/8. He's like, I'll swing my Llanowar if you can kill it. And I was like, what are you doing here?
I also wanted Sherman to take this one because I know Sherman likes weird stuff. The River Song.
River Song is
River
1
Song,
blue and a
cool.
red. Legendary creature, Human Time Lord Rogue. Wow, that's a mouthful. 2/2. Meet in reverse. You draw cards from the bottom of your library rather than the top. That's just broken.
What?
yeah.
Time Stream Navigator, anyone? Jeez. Spoilers. Whenever an opponent scries or veils or searches their library, put a 1/1 counter on River Song. Then River Song deals damage to that player equal to its power. That's just stupid.
That's a rough card. If that hits like. So
That's just stupid. Okay, so I'm gonna play Land Destruction now because I'm in red. Seriously.
Then right after it as well is this River Song's Diary, which is a Spellslinger's dream. Brian doesn't Spellsling, but Sherman, take the diary too. That's
3 River Song Diary. 3 artifact imprint. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell from their hand, exiled instead of putting it into the graveyard as it resolves. At the beginning of your upkeep, there are 4 or more cards exiled with River Song Diary. Choose one of them at random. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Wow, that's just stupid.
That's really
Gross.
good.
Gross.
That's just stupid.
Yeah.
So does Titanic and Doctor Who get hit by a meteor instead of an iceberg? Looking at this next card.
Pretty much.
I'm just going to take this one because there's not that many words on some of these.
There you go.
But we got RMS Titanic, which it has like 4 meteors coming out of it, 3 meteors. It's 3 in a red. Spaceship Titanic, legendary artifact vehicle, flying trample. When RMS Titanic deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice it and create that many treasure tokens. Crew 3, and it's a 7/1.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
We have Romana the Second. That's another interesting one. 3 and a white for a Time Lord Scientist, Vigilance 3/3. Pay 1, tap. Pay 1 on a tap. You create a tap token that's a copy of target token that entered this turn.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I like that, and it's a companion. Skipping those ones, they're boring. The rotating fireplace, 3 mana. It enters with a time counter on it.
Oh, yes.
Tap, add a colorless for the number of time counters on it, or 4, you time travel, activate only as a sorcery. So it's like
interesting.
A rock that you can keep bringing up. Kind of interesting. Run for your life is boring. Ryan Sinclair, 2 and a red for a 2/2 human. When it attacks, exiles from. Oh, I do like this one. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You can cast the exiled without paying its mana cost if its value is less than its power. Put all the ones you don't cast in the bottom in random order. Also with Doctor's Companion. I think that slots into a lot of decks.
Yeah, that's really good.
Man, there's a lot. A lot of cards.
This next one is really cool. Sally Sparrow. 2 white and a blue for a 2/3 legendary human detective. You may cast creature spells as though they had flash. And whenever one or more creatures you control leave the battlefield, investigate. This ability triggers only once each turn.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh. I like
that's quite nice.
I like that it's got the Weeping Angel in the background.
The art's really cool.
This next one, if someone wants to take the Sarah Jane, looks very playable as well.
Sure. We have Sarah Jane Smith. She is 1 and a white for a 2/1 legendary human detective creature. Whenever you cast a historic spell, investigate. This ability triggers only once each turn, and then it has Doctor's Companion. That's cool. More historic spell stuff.
I do like this next one because I live the group hug dreams. Sergeant John Benton. Again, I just don't like the artwork, but it's 1/1 green, 1 white for a 2/4 human soldier with trample haste. When it deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each draw that many cards. Very, very playable. I like that. It's just fun to get in. Let me hit you, but we'll get some cards. I like it.
Yeah.
It's only 2 damage, too, so most people will say yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, sure. It's like Parlay.
Yeah.
Y'all get something.
No, it is not like Parlay. Parlay, you don't take any damage unless it's the pirate
flipping
lady.
Through. There's a lot of cool new arts. We have this Susan Foreman. 1 in the green. If you 1/1, if you would planeswalk, instead look at the top card of your planar deck, put one on the top, 1 on the bottom kind of thing. It taps for a green and a Doctor's Companion. It's kind of interesting to put a Lana War Elf basically in the command zone. Like it's a mana dork in the command zone is interesting.
Yeah. You always have access to it.
Jumping back for a second, that Solemart is phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks so good.
I really, really like that.
The next card looks really interesting. So, Sinkorak's Commander. 2 black and a red. Creature alien soldier. First strike haste. Has sanctified rules of combat. When Sinkorak, whatever his name is, enters the battlefield, each opponent faces a villain choice. That opponent discards all of the cards in their hand, then draws that many cards -1, or the commander deals damage to that player equal to the number of cards in their hand.
Full on Patreon. The Curse of Fenric is the first case. So 2, 1 green, 1 white. It's just a very cool saga. Number 1, for each player, destroy up to 1 target creature they control. For each creature destroyed this way, its controller creates a 3/3 green mutant, which I love as an effect. Second is target non-token creature becomes a 6/6 legendary horror named Fenric and loses all abilities. And then the third is target mutant fights another creature named Fenric. That's cool. The next one is a competitive card.
Is that your name?
Huh?
Or
no, that's Fenrir. Yeah. All right, Slothy, you take this cyber controller.
I would like the one after, actually.
Okay.
Please.
All right, someone take the cyber controller.
I got this one. The cyber controller. X blue, blue, black. Okay, legendary artifact creature, Cyberman. It's a 3/3. Whenever the cyber controller enters the battlefield, each opponent mills X cards. Put all creature cards milled this way onto the battlefield face down under your control. They're 2/2 Cyberman artifact creatures, and other artifact creatures you control get +1/+1. That's pretty strong.
Dear Lord, dude.
That's really strong.
If you can generate infinite mana, the one thing that usually saves you from this mill is your Titans. But the Titan ability won't trigger in the middle of your resolution for this.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll just my Ulamog becomes a 2. All right, take the Salt and Pepper Emperor, and then we're done for Brian.
The Salt and Pepper Emperor.
We've got the Dalek Emperor, 5 black and a red for a legendary artifact creature Dalek. It's a 6/6. Affinity for Daleks. Other Daleks you control have haste. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, each opponent faces a villainous choice. That player sacrifices a creature you control, or they control, sorry. Or you create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with Menace.
That's a lot of Daleks to make.
That is a lot of Daleks.
Combat, that's rough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian. Fine. I'll wrap it.
No wonder he is the Emperor here with his fancy legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fancy legs.
All right. Let me hit my. Okay.
Well, thank you, Daniel.
There we go. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Brian. Brian did say he had to go. Thanks everyone for getting through. This is probably going to be a 2-part. I'm splitting this into 2, so in advance, you're going to see it for the next 2 weeks. Thank you so much for listening. You can check all our content out at intothe99.com. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe. It always helps lots. Patreon's a great spot to check things out. You'll see this full episode if you're on Patreon, and if you are, you can also listen live. Like we have Thunder in the chat right now as well. Everyone say hi to Thunder. Yep.
Hi, Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Make sure that you check out MTG Place. Do you want to quickly say where they can find your stuff as well?
Of course, we have a YouTube channel that is the MTG Place. We also have, I believe we're on Spotify and a couple other, basically wherever you can get podcasts or just the MTG Place. We also have a Discord, which is the same name, where we discuss Magic stuff. So yeah.
Thanks everyone for getting the whole way through this. Let us know what you think about the set in general. I want to know if people like it, if they don't. For me, like I said, it's not the artwork for me, but it has been fun to call things Salt and Pepper Shaker. So every time I do it, I see it break a part of Slothy's soul. Yeah. Again, thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of your week.
Yeah, you guys have an excellent time.
Thanks for joining.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Exterminate.
Exterminate!